Sasa tuko Kajiado Town. Je, wewe ni mwalimu?
Asante sana fundi wa mitambo, unatuongoza vizuri. I'm told that CopTech Cooperative Shared Services is represented here. Madam Lydia Omoyo, kindly come. Ulikuja hapa ukiandamana na mgeni maalum, mgeni mkuu, mgeni mheshimiwa. Lydia with the congregation. Salimieni Lydia, representing CopTech Cooperative Shared Services. Allow that by way of salutation, in a special recognize the presence of our brand ambassador Ollin Sacco, Professor Kebisho, on Tao, GVN 48, kama wakangeze wa idhaa Inoro. They are only going to give to the congregation. They will be having another slot. Kama hujawahi kumuona, GVN kama wakangeze is in the house. Kosa uchekwe. They will be having a slot later. Thank you for your present, GVN 48. Thank you. We know matters protocol. National government, we want to recognize the presence of the DCIO Moya East. Is he in the house? DCIO? DCIO, kindly. DCIO Moya East. So Mr. Henry Marete, kindly. You know, that's very key. Njo, mpatie microphone. Tell this congregation that it is well with them.
Habari yenu wana Ollin. The security is good and everything is okay.
Thank you. They can see it pretty. Let us appreciate the DCIO Moya East. We now want to kusonga hadi kileleni. Hawa ni viongozi ambao wanahusiana na masuala ya vyama vya ushirika, and we want to start from home. We want to start from home and allow that I invite the CCM cooperatives, mtoto wetu Bwana Waziri Kalbat. Kindly come and introduce all the officers that you came with from the county government Kirinyaga. So Bwana Kalbat, Waziri wa cooperatives, alikuja hapa pamoja na the other CCMs plus the COs. Kindly, unajua tuko nyumbani. Tukikunyima dakika moja tutafurushwa. Kindly say a word.
Thank you very much, our wonderful and able MC. Allow me to introduce the cooperative officers we have. We have a sub-county cooperative officer, Wanderito kindly, and the director cooperative, and also the chief officer. Kindly come over. I'll be introducing Waziri in that other bit. So from that end, we have Wanderito, the sub-county cooperative officer. Tumoira mokone gurugu. Kirinyaga East. I'm going. Oh, wonderful. Nitawachoma. So, kama uko nitosinanaga. So from that end, we have Delito once again, kindly in charge of Kirinyaga East, that is Geshogo. We have Nganga in charge of Dia. We have Dirango, our audit person. We have Rosarine Moya. Then we have Hanio Kenywa, the director cooperatives. Then we have the chief officer Mandamunis. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Waziri Kalbat. Let's appreciate them in a better way. Na tunashukuru. Then we've got Chris Mugo, CEO assistant. Is Chris Mugo here? Is Chris Mugo here? Perhaps not yet. Then we've got Murang'a County represented here. Madam Rahab and colleague. Madam Rahab and colleague, kindly come over. You say hi to the congregation ili tuweze kusonga mahali ambapo tuelekee. Sasa jinsi mnavyoona wanachama ni kwamba wageni tulikuwa na wengi sana leo, kama si vile ni kuharakisha basi bado tungekuwa pale mwanzo tu. Give them a microphone kindly to salute the congregation. It's our honor all the way from Murang'a County with a lot of love.
Thank you so much. Good morning, members. My name is Wairimo Milfred, working with the Ministry of Cooperatives, Murang'a County. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
God is good all the time. Rahab Mombi is my name. Milfred is my colleague from Murang'a County. and it is our pleasure to join you during your AGM. Thank you so much. May God bless you and do you good.
Thank you so much. We can appreciate them. Now, apart from Ministry of Education and TSC, any other guest who has been left out? Perhaps inadvertently, accidentally, any guest who has been left out? Thank you. So during the breakfast meeting, we had the Ministry of Education represented. The CDE Kirinyaga, Madam Lydia. Is she around? Yes. So, come team leader, come forward. You know we are in your county. Now, members, ni vizuri kujua kwamba Wizara ya Elimu pamoja na tume ya huduma kwa walimu basi ni idara mbili ambazo na wizara mbili ambazo zimetupa wanachama wengi sana. Mpatie madam microphone. You know we are very happy, madam, that you are here. We all want you to salute this congregation. You are our homegrown. You are the boss of education in this county. And we are happy that you came back to serve us. Kindly allow that while you are studying there, from Narok, Kajiado, Kiambu, Thika, wherever, if you are an officer working with the Ministry of Education, kindly come forward and flank madam. Are you there? Officers from the Ministry of Education, it's your honor. From here and outside. Ni kama hawakufika lakini wa TSC ni wengi. Madam, salute the congregation.
All protocol observed. My name is Lydia. I'm the County Director of Education, but I'm also a member of Ollin, if you didn't know. I
appreciate her.
And I've been a member for many years. I appreciate the work done by the directors. You have worked with us well, and we appreciate. And even the support you've had for us in the education affairs in Kirinyaga. We wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us appreciate Madam, who is a loyal and an old member of Ollin. Thank you, Madam, for serving us well na kuhakikisha kwamba Ollin inatamba. All the officers from the TSC in Kirinyaga County and diaspora, this is your chance now. The TSC has given us so many members. It's your time to honor you. If you are an officer working with the TSC, CSOs, sub-county directors, are you there? Kirinyaga County and diaspora, kindly come. Any CSO, any director of education, anybody else, TSC na kadhalika, you are an officer of the TSC. Madam Kiapi, is it you? Kindly, ni nani? Wale wengine, Madam Kiapi from Nairobi hakuja, wako wapi? Kindly, those who are working with the TSC, Kirinyaga County and diaspora, wako wapi? Tungetaka kuwaona. Kindly, you know that's where we are heading, Officers from the TSC, kindly, from Kirinyaga County and beyond, even from the diaspora, kindly come. So give them a mic to salute this congregation as we head. Now, before we continue, naambiwa niite Stephen Maina. Is he an officer? Even if you are there kindly and you're sitting there, Stephen Maina, yuko wapi? Oh, Stephen Maina, former and teacher Rwangondo ama ni nani? CSO. Stephen Maina uko wapi kindly? CSOs ambao wako huko na ni members, kindly, even if you are working outside Kirinyaga County, this is your turn. The TSC has done so much for us as Ollin. We cannot afford. Stephen Maina is here. Mr. Mwangi working in Mbere, the sub-county director education na siku muone leo. Hawa sasa ni TSC. Awamu ni yenu. Kindly salute the congregation.
Thank you very much. My name is Lois Metuo, CSO from Kajiado County. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jane Rono from Kajiado County, Sub-County Director.
Happy New Year. I'm Nancy Gakono, TSC Secretariat, HR.
Asante sana na tunashukuru. Let us appreciate them in a better way, and that concludes the part on introduction. Allow that now I invite the chair to introduce the chief guest. Waliona mitambo wako wapi? Waliona mitambo. Mpatie sasa mwenyekiti mtambo. He is the only who has the authority and honor to introduce the chief guest. Kindly.
Okay, thank you very much, MC. up to that juncture, why don't you give the MC one clap? Thank you. I want now to inform you that this occasion is graced by the chief guest, Bwana Marube. Rise, introduce yourself briefly so that members may know that the chief guest is with us, because we shall give you an opportunity to address them. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Chairman. All protocols observed with great respect to all leaders present. Good morning. My name is Daniel Marube. I'm your servant, the Chief Executive Officer and the MD of the Cooperative Alliance of Kenya, the umbrella body that brings all the cooperatives registered under the Cooperatives Act together. We speak on your behalf to both the national government and the county government on matters relating to policy issues, governance issues, and the matters that it leads to with the law and the regulations. I'm glad to be here, Chairman, and we are going to share quite a lot when the time comes. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. A good clap for him. At least only one. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. After the Chairman now, we are done with the introductions. Allow now that I take this singular opportunity to indicate that we are hosted in this venue. This ground belongs to the leadership and management of Kutu's Comprehensive School. We are happy that we are using their ground. After the introduction, the time is nigh and high that we invite the Principal Kutu's Comprehensive School to come and welcome us officially to this ground. Principal, sir. Karibia hapa katikati ili tuweze kukuona Mkuru. Tunashukuru.
Thank you, MC. Our chief guests, all protocols observed. Delegate members, good morning. Happy New Year. It was last year, a time like this, that I told you, Karibu Sana Kutus. I also want, because of the interest of time, to do the same repetition. Karibu nyumbani, jisikia mkiwa mahali panapofaa. The security is granted. Otherwise, welcome. The areas of convenience, I've already seen you have used your DM. Some are already using them, and that's why you are on the other side to ensure all is well. Thank you sana, Bwana MC.
Asante sana, Principal Kutu's Comprehensive School. Tunajihisi sasa tuko nyumbani. Dear members, at 11:30 a.m., allow that I now invite the Honorary Secretary to read the notice of the meeting and minutes of the previous 46th Annual General Meeting. Honorary Secretary, sir.
Notice to members. Reverence, 47th Annual General Meeting. Notice is hereby given that the above meeting will be held on Saturday, the 27th day of January 2024 at Kutu's Primary School grounds, Kutu's Town, starting at 10 a.m. Agenda number 1, to read the notice convening the meeting. 2, to read and confirm the minutes of the previous 46th Annual General Meeting. 3, to receive and adopt the Chairman's report. 4, to receive and adopt the Supervisory Chairman's report. 5, to invite the Chief Guest to address the meeting. 6, to consider and approve estimates of income and expenditure for the year 2025. 7, to receive and consider the audited accounts for the year 2023. 8, to approve the borrowing power. 9, to appoint the external auditor for the year 2024.
Thank you, Honsek. And now the only person who has got power and authority to seek for proposal and secondment of the notice, as you remain there, sir, it's only the chair. Chair for proposal and secondment.
Thank you very much, Secretary. Now I request members to get a proposer and a seconder for the notice of the meeting. Take it to them.
Ratio against Shimangao, member number 2806.
2806, thank you.
Seconded, Johnson Janja, member number 6541.
Thank you.
We now give the ONSEC the express now permission to read for us the previous minutes.
Minutes of the 46th Annual General Meeting held on Saturday, 28th January 2023 at Kutus Primary School. Board of Directors present, number 1 to 9. Supervisory Committee members, number 1 to 3. Sacco Secretariat, number 1 to 3. Members, attendance, total members, 8,707. Guests in attendance, number 1 all the way to number 50. Agenda: 1. To read the notice convening the meeting. 2. To read and confirm the minutes of the previous 45th Annual General Meeting. 3. To receive and adopt the Chairman's report. 4. To receive and adopt the Supervisory Chairman's report. 5. To invite the chief guest to address the meeting. 6. To consider and approve estimates of income and expenditure for the year 2024. 7. To receive and consider the audited accounts for the year 2022. 8. To approve the borrowing power. 9. To appoint the external auditor for the year 2023. After the meeting constituted a quorum, the chairman called the meeting to order at 10:20 a.m. He welcomed the members and requested Reverend Kabaya to conduct the opening prayers. Reverend Kabaya read the Bible in Psalm chapter 37, verses 23 to 25, and then conducted the opening prayer. The chairman introduced the board, the management staff, and the guests present. He then invited the NAT Executive Secretary Kirinyaga Branch, Mr. Patrick Kanayu, to greet the members. Minute number AGM 241. Reading of the notice convening the meeting. The notice convening the 46th AGM was read to the members. It was adopted through a proposal and a secondment by Mr. Christopher Wahome, member number 509, and Mr. James Kiari, member number 4753, respectively. Minute number AGM 242. Reading of the minutes of the previous 45th AGM. The minutes of the previous 45th AGM held on Saturday, 29th January 2022 were read to the members. They were proposed and seconded by Mr. Anthony Gashoki, member number 3019, and Madam Beatrice Kabui, member number 4753, respectively. Minute number AGM 243. Matters arising. Vide minute number AGM 234 of 29/1/2022, the following matters arose. 1. Members' information forums. Members commended the Sacco for the good organization of the forums. 2. Loans. Members argued that the loan processing fee was high. It was clearly explained that the charges were reasonable and cater for the operational costs. 3. Sale of the Sacco motor vehicles. Members were informed that due process was followed and the vehicles sold to the highest bidders as follows. A. KAQ 43M, Kenya shillings 1,510,000. B. KAX 949P, Kenya shillings 1,300,000. Minute number AGM 244, the board chairman's report. The board chairman tabled the report to the general membership. The report covered the following areas. 1. Prelude. 2. Sacco growth. 3. Education, training and information. 4. Alternative business channels, ABCs. 5. Sacco Strategic Plan Year 2021 to 2025. 6. Members Details Update. 7. Conclusion. The report was adopted for discussion through a proposal and secondment by Mr. Kagai Danson, member number 3634, and Madam Esther Duiga, member number 4839, respectively. Reactions. 1. Sacco growth. It was clearly explained why some members had withdrawn from the Sacco, especially those from informal sector. 2. Sacco bylaws. Members were reminded to request for the bylaws individually on need basis. 3. Education, training, and information. Members were informed that information days for other regions were on share. 4. Alternative business channels, ABCs. The Sacco would look into agencies and sort out issues affecting them. 5. Sacco Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025. Customer experience to service delivery. Members were reminded to consult the Sacco in case of a need by Madam Beatrice Wajiro, member number 3897. Reactions. Members commended the Supervisory Committee for the role it plays as their watchdog. Minute number AGM 246, the chief guests address. The chairman invited Mr. Calbert Jeru, CECM for Cooperatives Development to greet the members and then usher in the chief guest. Mr. Calbert remarked as follows. 1. He appreciated Ollin Sacco for adhering to all the legal and regulatory requirements. 2. He commended the Sacco for the stabilized dividends and stroke interest rates on members' deposits. He then invited the chief guest, Mr. Richard Nyakenogo, General Manager, Cooperative CIC Insurance Group, to address the meeting. In his speech, the chief guest, 1. Conveyed greetings from the group CEO, CPA Patrick Nyaga. 2. Informed the meeting that he knew Ollin Sacco from the time it was called Muhege. 3. Remarked that Ollin Sacco was the first to start FOSA operations in Kenya. 4. Noted that the objective of starting cooperatives was to alleviate poverty. 5. Observed that the Sacco needs to maintain consistent growth in membership and implored on the members to recruit new members. 6. Commended the board for the good governance that had enabled the Sacco to register impressive growth over the year. 7. Requested members to spend their money for the intended purpose and reminded them to promptly pay the money borrowed from the Sacco. 8. Noted that deposits were fundamentally the heart of cooperatives and urged the members to save adequately for their retirement. 9. Observed that Ollin Sacco was on record for doing well as far as dividends and shares and interest on members' deposits were concerned, and noted that the rates were among the highest paid in the Sacco sector. 10. Reminded the members that Ollin Sacco was a Tier 1 Sacco and thus they were in the right Sacco. 11. He cautioned the Sacco against cybercrimes as the Sacco continues to expand. Minute number AGM 247. Consideration and approvals of estimates of income and expenditure for the year 2024. The proposed budget for the year 2024 was presented to the members. The budget contained the following. Base budget with a projected growth worked out at 18%. B. Projected interest on members' deposit of Kenya shillings 732.3 million. C. Income, expenditure, and surplus. Projected income 1.617 billion. Projected expenditure 1.567 billion. Projected surplus 49.7 million. Capital budget Kenya shillings 106,500,000. The budget was proposed and seconded for discussion by Madam Rosalyn Wamboi Kemondo, member number 312, and Mr. Raban Kago, member number 447, respectively. After a thorough discussion, the budget was approved for implementation through a proposal and secondment by Madam Beatrice Wakene Murio, member number 4523, and Mr. Stephen Sankok, member number 24754, respectively. Minute number AGM 248. To receive and consider auditing financial accounts for the year 2022. The external auditor, Mr. Wakabi from Wakabi and Associates Audit Firm, took members through the auditing financial accounts for the year 2022. highlighting the following. Total active members stood at 22,588 compared to 17,442 in the year 2021. Total assets stood at 8.12 billion compared to 7.002 billion in the year 2021. Total deposits at Kenya shillings 5.6 billion compared to 4.777 billion in the year 2021. Loans and advances to members stood at 6.647 billion compared to Kenya shillings 5.279 billion in the year 2021. Key ratios. The Sacco was able to meet all the prudential standards. Number of employees, 82, 35 males and 47 females. Dividends at 17.5% on share capital. Interest on non-withdrawable deposit at 12.1% on non-prorated. Honorarium of Kenya shillings 3.6 million, 3,600,000 only. The financial accounts were proposed and seconded for discussion by Mr. Ephraim Karwe, member number 143, and Madam Lucy K. Gakono, member number 2481, respectively. Reactions. Number 1, employees. Members were informed that Ollin Sacco engages staff competitively and on merit. 2, dormant accounts. The Sacco would engage the 193 dormant accounts holders to try and activate their accounts. Members approved the undated accounts through a proposal by Madam Sabina Esho M, member number 33467, and a secondment by Mr. Bernard Githaiga, member number 3994. Minute number AGM 249 to approve the borrowing power. The chairman explained the need for the AGM to approve the borrowing power. The members approved the borrowing power of Kenya shillings 800 million through a proposal and secondment by Mr. John Wahome, member number 780, and Madam Juliana Kibicho, member number 319, respectively. Minute number AGM 250, appointment of the external auditor for the year 2023. The following shortlisted external auditors were presented to the annual general meeting to appoint one of them to audit year 2023 books of account. Number 1, Biu Mohia and Associates, Kenya shillings 493,000 VAT inclusive. 2, Akobi and Company, Kenya shillings 450,000 VAT inclusive. 3, Gige and Partners, Kenya shillings 730,800 VAT inclusive. The report was adopted for discussion through a proposal by Mr. Kamau Mushera, member number 2661, and a secondment by Madam Elizabeth Gadhungu, member number 1923. After that deliberations, members approved Wakabi and Associates to audit the society's year 2023 books of accounts at a cost of Kenya shillings 450,000 VAT inclusive. This was through a proposal and a secondment by Mr. Peter Kariuki, member number 1528, and Madam Leah Degwa, member number 4123, respectively. Conclusion. The CEO advised members to capitalize some of their money from the interest of dividend in order to boost their deposits and secure better returns. The chairman, on his part, thanked members for the big turnout for the AGM. He also informed the members that dividends/interest had already been credited to their accounts. The chairman further informed members that for those willing to apply for Savers Loan 2025, the same would be available from Monday, 30th January 2023. There being no other business, the meeting ended at 2:30 p.m. with a round of prayer conducted by Mr. Justin Nyamu, member number 417. Thank you very much.
The ONSEC takes a leave. We usher in the chairman, the CEO, to take the rest of the business as far as that part is concerned.
Okay, thank you very much, Secretary. Now, members, I request for a proposer and a seconder so that we may discuss. Wapi, Somba.
Anthony Gasoki Kori, number 3019.
Thank you. Seconder.
Charles Karoki Marite, number 3096.
Thank you very much. Now we go back to members. All the members' attendance, that list is there. I hope there is no issue. Now we go to minute AGM 241. Seems there is no issue. Minute 242. 243. Thank you. 244. Yes. Mike Chomba.
Thank you for the opportunity. I am Emily Garoe, member number 5063. I'm interested on reactions and the second part, that is Sacco bylaws. And here we are told members were reminded to request for bylaws individually on need basis. Now, members, if this is the case, it goes to where we say divided we fall and together. Now, these bylaws are supposed to be reminded to members. Human is to error. And I may have known these bylaws since the time I joined the Sacco. And with time and age, some of the laws may be eroded from my mind. Why should I come individually to the Sacco instead of bringing such issues in an AGM like this? Since some of these bylaws are, in fact, molesting the members. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, member. Held at the Kutus Primary School grounds on Saturday, the 27th day of January 2024. Preface. The chief guest, Mr. Daniel Marube, MBS, CEO, Cooperative Alliance of Kenya, CAK, Committee, the Sacco CEO, the sub-county cooperative officers present, the external auditors, representatives of the national cooperative organizations, NACOS, present, the trade unions officials present, esteemed members of Ollin Savings and Credit Cooperative Society Limited, distinguished guests and gentlemen, I salute you all. Welcome to our 47th annual general meeting. It is yet another opportunity when we gather to take stock of how the year under review was, and at the same time spell out the strategic direction of this great organization. Over time, we have been able to do this quite early in the year, courtesy of our members and other stakeholders. We say a big thank you. Mr. Chief Guest, sir, being a seasoned cooperator, we salute your contribution towards the development and reforms in the cooperative sector. This gathering could not have had a better choice. Welcome to this meeting, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to make the following highlights in today's meeting. And before, members, I move to the next part, allow me to call for a moment of silence in honor of our departed chairman, the late Geoffrey, and other departed members of this great Sacco. I request you, your rise. A moment of silence because of the people who have mentioned. May their souls rest in eternal peace. Amen. You may have your seats. Sacco growth and achievements. As you are aware, in the year 2023 to date, the country continues to face serious economic shocks due to the toughening economic space characterized by rising interest rates, elevated inflation, increased taxation, enhanced regulatory compliance, and rising operating expenses, among others. Despite these hostile economic turbulences, our Sacco remained resilient, thus ensured: 1. Timely processing of salaries and pensions, prompt processing of loans with turnaround time of 1 day, enhanced utilization of alternative business channels, ABCs. The interest rates remained unchanged. 5. Increased members' patronage of savings products. This resilience, courtesy of good governance and strong Sacco management, is hereby confirmed by the following 2 aspects. A. Financial growth. The table below highlights the Sacco performance on key financial parameters in the year 2023. We have descriptions, year 2023, year 2022, and percentage growth. Membership, 2023, 28,969. Year 2022, membership was 22,781. The growth was 27.16%. Total assets, 9.945 billion, year 2023, 8.10, year 2022, 21.42% growth. Wasa deposits, 5.085 billion in year 2023, 4.311 in the year billion in the year 2022, 17.94% growth. Loans, 7.728 billion in year 2023, 6.647 in the year 2022, 16.27% growth. Gross revenue, 1.372 billion 2023, 1.171 billion year 2022, 17.2% growth. Share capital, 464.555 million year 2023, year 2022, 300.097 million, 395.661 million year 2022, a growth of 25%. 8. We have achievements and awards. During the International Cooperatives Alliance Day, ICA, popularly known in Kenya as Ushirika Day, celebrated in July every year, cooperative societies are rated and awarded based on financial and operational performance. In the year under review, Ollin Sacco stood out in the following categories. National level, position 1, most improved deposit taking Saccos, employer-based Saccos Tier 2. Second position, best managed deposit taking Saccos, employer-based second Tier 2, and position 9 nationally across all tiers. Second position, best in risk management deposit taking Saccos, employer-based Saccos Tier 2. At county level, position 1, highest audit compliance level. Number 2, First possession, highest dividend rate. 3. Second possession, highest average savings per member. Number 4, second possession, highest interest on non-withdrawable deposits. The above was only possible through positive contribution from all the Sacco stakeholders. In this regard, the Board of Directors recommends an interest on non-withdrawable deposits at 12.2% non-prorated and dividends on share capital at 17.5%, as well as the bonds on honorarium of 3,600,000 shillings as contained in the audited financial statement for your approval during the presentation by the external auditor in this meeting. Branch network. The Sacco's attractive and competitive products and services have continued to entice more members from far and wide. This has created the need to enhance accessibility through the opening of branches that are well researched and strategically located after thorough feasibility studies. Towards this end, in the year 2023, the Sacco established 2 new branches, one in Kajiado town and the other in Kenya's capital city, Nairobi, at the Ratans building along Koinange Street. We urge you members to take advantage of the opportunities brought about by the branch network. Savers Loan 2026. Dear members, Ollin Sacco operates under a regulated legal framework that includes Cooperative Societies Act of 2004 and the Sacco Societies Act of 2008 that created the Sacco Societies Regulatory Authority, SASRA. In its routine off-site and on-site inspection, SASRA reviews the Sacco's governance and operations and makes recommendations on how to improve efficiency and mitigate risks that may jeopardize the members' funds. More recently, the regulator strongly advised the Sacco against simultaneous disbursements of dividend on shares and interest on non-withdrawable deposits together with the Savers Loan. In this regard, the Savers Loan 2026 will not be disbursed immediately after this AGM, but soon upon receiving approval from SASRA. Kindly bear with the situation and remain patient as we pursue approval from the regulator. Strategic Plan 2021-2025. Since the year 2006, Ollin Sacco has always been guided by a clear, well thought of and researched 5-year strategic management plan. The current plan, 2021 to 2025, has enabled the Sacco to achieve the following. A. Growth in membership to over 29,000 against a target of 40,000 by the year 2025. B. Expanded branch network of 10 against a target of 15 by the year 2025. Realization of a gross asset base of 10 billion against the 2025 mantra of 15 billion. D. Establishment of a modern data center that has the capacity to safeguard and maintain the integrity of the Sacco ICT infrastructure. E. Increased agency outlets spread across townships. F. Enhanced Sacco image through modernization of physical hospices. Dear members, it is our anticipation that by the conclusion of this plan, the Sacco will have made major strides geared towards making it a Tier 1 Sacco. Sacco governance. As guided by the Cooperative Societies Act and the Sacco's bylaws, the foreign directors had their mandate renewed in the month of January. 1. John Kimuku. 2. Bernard Murage. 4, Harrison Gashugo. 3, 4, Madam Edith Gatia. Additionally, following the demise of the board chairman, the late Geoffrey Joka Rastia, Mr. Dennis Kariuki was elected as a new director. Information security. In ever-evolving digital space, information security has become a critical aspect of our lives to an extent of prompting various governments, including Kenya, to enact laws that govern it. Any slight breach of information security can lead to unwarranted loss of an individual's or Sacco's funds. Honorable members, security starts with you. In order to further enhance the security of your information and finances in the Sacco, we advise the following. Never disclose your PINs to any person, including those purporting to be employees of the Sacco. Inform the Sacco on any loss of key Sacco identification document. Furnish the Sacco with changes in personal information soonest possible. Ensure you are registered through biometric system. Members information forums. Members information is one of the 7 fundamental principles of cooperatives. As per the Sacco's action plan for the year 2023, information forums were conducted across all regions where the Sacco has an imprint. The quality of these forums have been continuously improved to build the members' capacity and improve their welfare. Last year, a key topic on medical wellness, among the others, was covered. We urge you members to take advantage of these forums. The table below gives a summary of the members' attendance during the forum. We are comparing 2023-2022. You can see the volume growth and the percentage growth. Kirinyaga, year 2023, 7,635 members. Year 2022, 7,136 members. Volume growth, 499. Percentage growth, 7%. Kajiado, year 2023, 1,365. Year 2022, 941. Volume growth, 424. Percentage growth, 45%. Narok, year 2023, 643 members. Year 2022, 269. Volume growth, 374. Percentage growth, 139%. Kiambu, year 2023, 661 members. Year 2022, 469. Volume growth, 192. Percentage growth, 40.9. Nairobi, which was started last year, members who attended 342. So that is how they are. Doctors, year 2023, 10,646 members attended education. Year 2022, 8,815 members. Growth, volume growth, 1,831. Percentage growth, 20.8%. Post-face. We thank you all for gracing this auspicious gathering. God bless us all. Together we prosper. Board Chairman. Thank you, members. Thank you for clapping. Thank you very much. Now, for us to discuss the chairman's report, we need a proposer and a seconder. If at that end,
Degamegue 1924.
Digamegwe
1924.
1924. Also, angalia agenda tu. Okay, sawa.
Kakai Dalston, 3634.
Thank you very much. We are on the preface. Any issue on the preface? Thank you. Sacco growth. Thank you. Financial growth. That is during the Sacco growth. Achievements and awards. Branch network. Save a zero in 2026. There is a hand there. Apewe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, directors, and members. I wanted just to thank the Ollin Sacco for hearing the members cry that we needed to have networking. And we are grateful. We are grateful as members that these branches are operational and they are becoming a big component for the growth of the Sacco. My request is, here are some members. The members who started this Sacco have seen it grow, have seen it being normalized or made normal in the manner the office is being now rehabilitated. The question here is, how can you appreciate the heroes and heroines who started this Sacco by making them to go and bless those networks. Thank you.
Okay, another one there.
My name is Charles Kamodo. I'm talking about this 12.2%. Comparing with what growth you are saying, last year it was 12.1, and then you are proposing 12.2. If you compare with other circles like New Forties, they are at 13. Why is it that ours, you are saying the growth is so big, and it is only a increment of 0.something%? Is that reflecting the, yeah?
Okay, thank you very much, members. Let us go step by step. The former speaker has talked about strategic plan because they are happy the way the branches are coming up. And in his request is, because the Sacco was started by 163 members, that one you are aware. The question is, can they be called one day to go and bless all those branches? See you in a comment. See you now.
Thank you, members, even for that concern. And the concern of that senior citizen are quite in order. The concerns are varied. We normally say that when the Sacco began, at inception, we had 163 members. We continue to build on the foundations that those members indeed laid for us. So that consideration is worth noting. We'll be able to put that into consideration, members, because honestly, those people began the vision that we are carrying and building on. And therefore, we want to say that that is a matter that we'll be able to take, see how we can be able to navigate around that, see whether we can be able to recognize those members. We want to say that in order, we will look into it. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is always good to remember our vision, where we are coming from. We always say, and our history has it as Ollin Sacco, in the year 1976, 163 members, founder members. These are people that we've been thinking about. We will be able to respond to that, even as we look how we can be able to appreciate them. There is the issue of the 12.2%. Members, the issue of 12.2%, the interest. It's good to say that the external auditor will be able to come forth, but I want to respond to that, even as we will be ushering in the external auditor at the appropriate time. Members, when you look at the chairman's report, we have been able to highlight that despite the economic shocks and the turbulences, our Sacco remained quite resilient. And ladies and gentlemen, the whole aspect of dividend and interest should not be looked into isolation. There are the many good things that we are doing. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the core mandate of the Sacco is not necessarily about dividends. It's not necessarily about the interest. Should we afford you the dividend and the interest, you come the following day, request for a loan, you do not get your loan, I do not think that the Sacco will have lived to its expectations. Now, we are saying that in the year under review, we processed your salaries and pensions on time. When I went through during the members' information days, I strongly echoed this. You may not be able to know, we are facing what we call the cash crunch in this nation, where upon receiving the payrolls, where upon receiving your pensions, there is delays in receiving your money, but you are fortunate enough because the Sacco is stable, we are able to pay these salaries and pensions instantly. Look at the issue of the turnaround in terms of the loans, that should you bring your form to the Sacco in a day, you should be able to get your money exactly the same day before the end of the day. I want to say this. You may not be able to understand at this point, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why I'm saying the auditor will make this clear to us. Now, what it means to move from 11.1% or 12.1% to 12.2%, it means that in the year 2023, last year, when we were paying dividend, at 12.1%, we paid 579.9 million. It's good to note that. 579.9 million, which translated to 12.1%. What is the volume growth after now we move that figure to 12.2%? The figure that we'll be declaring today is a total of 701.6 million. 701.6 million. That translates to a volume growth of 121.6 million. 121.6 million. Ladies and gentlemen, we may not necessarily look at the aspect of a movement or a shift with a 0.1. Now, in some of the institutions I hear you mention, ladies and gentlemen, you realize there is a lot of proration. You realize the so-called 12.4 or 12.5 is indeed not 12.4 because of what we call proration. Were we able to do comparisons? You look at the deposit and the share that you had at 12.2. You translate to that to elsewhere, you will be shocked to find that were it elsewhere else, where we are talking of 12.5 and 12.6, it will have resorted to a lesser figure. So, members, let us not only look at the shift of 0.1, let us also look at and consider what was the volume growth. A whopping 121.6 million, just a slight movement of the 0.1%, bearing in mind that the Sacco is under regulations. We need to build on our institutional capital, the core capital, other revenues that are mandatory to be built before finally we render the interest and dividends to you.
Thank you, CEO.
Chairman, please.
On the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your explanation, Mr. CEO. But I have a question to pose here. According to the bylaws, the little I can remember, we said years back that if the dividend increases by a certain percentage, the honoraria should increase by the same. And here there's a figure that you have even not indicated in numbers.
Thank you very much. One, honoraria is written in words because the Ollin members are literate. Si ni kweli? Okay, let me finish. That is the same figure for last year. Is it true? The same figure for last year. So nothing has been increased. On top of that, the 0.1 CEO has explained that 1% is over 100 million. Si ni kweli? Continue.
Thank you, Madam Emily, and members in general. I'm an accountant, and you can write either in numbers or in words. All that is allowed professionally, and I want to speak from professional. Whether it is written in words, whether it is written in figures, it has not changed any iota of that particular meaning. Like it has been correctly put. Now, those who attended last year's AGM, ladies and gentlemen, the honoraria stood at 3.6 million. The honoraria starts at 3.6 million. No single shift in that particular direction, but there is a shift upward for our members, both in terms of a percentage and in terms of the volume figures. And therefore the winner by the end of the day is not them that are getting the honoraria. The winner by the end of the day is our honorable members who are seated here, and we shall continue to consider them positively.
Thank you. Sacco governance. Sacco governance? Not yet.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I am reacting to the same. First of all, Mr. Kago pointed out that we were the founders. We go and praise those places, but because we are the founders, there must also be a token of appreciation. Number two, on the issue of dividends, with due respect and with all protocol observed, observing it carefully, there was no change on honoraria. It remained the same as last year. So if this, the board of directors had made 3,700,000, I'm not back, I'm a teacher of language. If it was 3.7 million, then they couldn't have been kidding. But then there is the following. Have confidence like an eagle. 1. Interest on non-withdrawable deposits, 12.1. It is 12.2 members. Why don't we appreciate the list that God has given us?
We move on now.
Hello, yes, I appreciate all the services offered by Ollin, and it's very good. Some of us, we entered Ollin because of one issue, the advantages which members so I'm saying some of us, we entered Ollin because of some of the advantages which was having, like giving advance dividends of 1 year ahead. You could have prepared psychologically that you are not going to offer the one of 2026. And another issue, Ollin has the potential to grow, but I'm happy to be in kudos because the numbers I'm seeing are now welcome for the retail, the people in Nairobi, Ollin as members. So kindly, our issue is Save Us 2026. Let's not hide, let's face the ball direct.
That is your comment. Okay, continue.
Okay, thank you, Chairman and the CEO. All protocols observed. Mine is on what you are giving us. We do appreciate that you are moving our strides ahead, but there are some things that we pass here as the the general members, AGM, and you say that it is noted, and that is the end of it. And mine is on our token which were given there, and during the education day. We passed it here, and you say that you have noted, and you are going to discuss about it. We said it is from 700 to 1,000. What happened and it was passed? Thank you.
Okay. That is your comment on the two issues.
Members, the issue of 700 to 1,000 was not passed in the AGM. There are things that you are not able to outrightly say they are going to be possible because there are parameters to look into. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the country, Ollin Sacco, is not an exception. We are going through very tough economic situations. Your own interest rates continued the same way. We did not increase a single element. Members, we did not increase even the so-called development road. Can you want to imagine, 47 years ago, the road that we were paying you at 1%, reducing balance per month, 47 years down the line, the same road is at 1%, the same, you can imagine the same product. Now, members, you know, and we know, what is happening elsewhere, the interest rates have escalated. We are talking of, or we are hearing of interest rate at 19%, 25%. You know, members, we are better off as a board maintaining our 700 and ensuring that we avail all your loans on a day-to-day basis. We give you your salaries as it comes in, rather than increasing your loan interest rates, rather than increasing every other loan product. And therefore, when we said last year that we are going to look into this matter again, we always get back to our books. Bearing in mind, even the budget for this year had already been approved. And like I am saying, when it comes to financial matters, ladies and gentlemen, there are decisions that you may not be able to make here outrightly, simply because you have to get back to the books. We do our balancing. We look at other parameters, because no single parameter can be looked into in isolation. They are carrying each other, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to say, and to echo very strongly, there are things that are very, very important to you. Come to think of the senior citizens. We have received your payroll. A day like today, 27th. The government has not given us the money. 3 weeks after is when we are giving you your money. Our members who are employed, for example, the TSC, we receive your payroll. It takes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we receive the money. Yet at that point of receiving the payroll, the Sacco uses its money so that you are able to pay you your money. We will be able to look into all these issues gradually. In our previous minute, ladies and gentlemen, 8,707 members attended the AGM. Today, we will have a record of approximately 10,000 members. 10,000 times 1,000 is a whopping 10 million Kenya shillings. Now, you see, eventually one thing will lead to another, up to a point where we come back again to you, increasing our own interest rates unnecessarily. Allow that we move on gradually, ladies and gentlemen. What we can guarantee is what has been given to you will not be denied to you as we look into these other issues. Hatutaki kukimbia members, tukimbie tuende pande moja, tuwapatie hiyo 1,000, we come back to you and you all serve humbly, kindly, allow. Let us run this business professionally, and we have you at heart.
Thank you very much, CEO. Now we are on Sacco governance. Sacco governance. What I need there is a proposer and a seconder. Yes, proposer and a seconder. Yes. Speak louder.
Mwangi Kondo for the 635.
Thank you. Seconder. Seconder.
Johnson Mwangi Kago, number 1994.
Thank you. Information security on governance. A comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Charles Karoki, and on the Sacco government, I want to sincerely thank you for the burial ceremony you accorded our late chair. He was a man on earth, very humble. For those of us who have interacted with him, in fact, the burial deserved the man of that caliber. We are so grateful for the way you accorded that burial. We are so grateful. Thank you very much. By extension, I also want to congratulate Dennis Karaoke for having taken or being the director of that position. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Another comment?
I appreciate these members who were elected. I congratulate and I appreciate Dennis Karaoke. But again, on the same note, I would request the board of director to let us have a bylaw reviewed. The one which was indicating the directors to be elected, just like other elected members in the society, 3 terms, and after the 3 terms, they should exit and seek for election at a later date, instead of calling and staggering the elections on sections. Let us have elections of directors at the same time, and the directors not to go just the way the bylaw was stating, more than 3 terms. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let the CEO. Oh, another one. Let us first respond to that of that member. Let us respond to that. CEO.
Thank you, members. Ollin Sacco does not operate in isolations. The Sacco is guided by the Sacco Societies Act, Cap 490. It stipulates very, very clearly that the directors retire on 1/3 rotational rule. I want to begin from there. Now we go to the regulations, SASRA regulations. It also stipulates clearly how the directors, the procedures, including the vetting processes and all that. We cannot be able to, ladies and gentlemen, enact a law that is in contravention to the Societies Act. Never in the history of Ollin Sacco did we have a scenario where all directors are elected the same, all of them the same day. Never and none in any Sacco in Kenya. What you see Ollin Sacco doing is what is happening in every other Sacco in Kenya. Ollin Sacco is a law-abiding institution, a fully compliant organization, and therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we must always act under the confinement of the law, not just doing our own laws, because doing that we will resort to nullity, null and void. So the act is very, very clear. 490 directors on a rotational basis, and that is how we act. That is so clearly stipulated in our bylaw, and that is what we are religiously observing ourselves to.
Thank you, CEO. Yes, member. Mike.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Board of Governors too. Mine is to advise and see where governors are failing with the following point. it was very, very, very serious when I saw that governors in Ollin Sacco are the one who are dictating or ruling according to the law. Governors or directors, they are not there to rule, but they are there to give services. It was very serious when I saw candidates were nominated by the same governors. How comes can a governor appoint the candidate who is opposing him? Therefore, shareholders were kicked away from learning the Sacco. The other thing is that governors, they are sticking that. They are following the cooperative acts and by law, which members do not know what is written there. This is why they are not easily releasing those documents, because I know how they are written. If I can state, when we started this Muhegia, every member was brought that bylaw where he was by the teachers or the head teachers. Therefore, that bylaw should be given to them. Me, I know what is there, and that is why I was saying, let them be given that bylaw. You know you are right. I know. The employees of Muhegia, I don't attack them. They are there to serve us, but whom I should attack is the directors, because they are misleading them. I have written various ways where they have missed. Very quickly, let me try to elaborate this. One, Ollin by law should be compulsory issued to members. The other thing is that elections not given enough time. How comes? A candidate is appointed today, and the next day he is going to vie the seat. He was not given time. He should be given for more than about 6 months, so that he can go round doing the campaign. Finish. The other thing is, you are after money, but we are after to save our Ollin Sacco. I'm trying to save it. The other thing is that you are misusing my knowledge. Okay, now when you come to when you are being given loans by these governors, you are not shown the table how that loan must be deducted. That table must be hanged. You must see it before you take the loan. I discovered that loans are somehow stagnant. They deduct a lot of interest there. And this is why some of us are suffering. That is why you are very weak.
Right, finish.
The other thing is, let me elaborate this.
Right, finish.
I'm going to do it very quickly.
Finish.
When we come to loan, when we come to money entered into Ollin Sacco, either from the bank or anywhere, that figure is not shown clearly. When, for example, my salary enters there, I always see different figures. And when I ask that, I'm being told it was deducted by this person who did that. But it is not true. There is a kind of misusing our money somewhere, because it does not show the clear picture.
Member, try to finish.
Another thing is, I've got very many things here. Yes, the other thing is
It is your day, but there are some issues which you need to handle in the office.
That one is not here. It's not here. You just sit down.
Members kindly. Maybe Mr. Gaveja kindly. Members, let him conclude. Because there is a mixture of issues, some of which are personal, they are supposed to be handled in the office. He can bring those to the office so that for the AGM, he handles the issue for the AGM.
I'm talking about the work of the governors. That is why I'm very strict on that. When we come to dividend, being given to us, we only get about that % whereas all the money is used to roads, this microphone, this, but the auditor do not show the money saved in the account. Okay, thank you very much. I have more, but let me stick there.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Member. You know, the good thing is, this is Members' Day, and members must be heard. So, we respect you very much. So, you comment.
Yes, members, we do respect your sentiments, your opinions. But allow me also to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Before we brought this AGM, we also came for the members' information forums. During the members' information forums, we make ourselves available. We tag along the sub-county cooperative officers so that on matters to do with the governance, for example, they can be clearly explained. I want to say in response to Mr. Gaveja, there are issues that are personal in nature or necessarily affecting his account as an individual. We always, members, kindly request those issues, they are comfortably handled in the office. Number two, it is not warranted just to attack directors merely because we are talking of elections. I have stated, ladies and gentlemen, and I wish to say so also categorically, because there is the work of the board, there is the work of the CEO. The work of the board ends at the policy formulation. The work of the CEO begins at the policy implementation. Matters to do how the elections are done, no director is involved per se. We have a nomination panel that selects all the candidates. The candidates are given adequate notice. I want to explain that process. And I want to say again, this is in line with the Act. 14 days notice, not 6 months, Mr. Gaveja. 14 days notice. That is very clear, explicit in the law. We always issue that notice. We have a vetting panel. And the chair to that panel is not any of the directors. The members of that panel are outsiders in terms of they are professionals and have no vested interest. We are always guided by the government, with the director of the cooperatives being there, the CEO also being there in his capacity as the secretary, among other members. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is a structured procedure that we use. From sending the notice within the stipulated time, the vetting process is done, the elections are done, the other things that follow. Members, we do not do things outside the Act. We do not do things outside the bylaw. I want to echo again, I want to allude to what I said, that the Sacco is clearly a law-abiding institution, and we are able to ensure that we do exactly what we are required to do. I want to encourage you, members, kindly, wakati tunaita mikutano ya masomo, kindly attend those forums, so that some of the issues that are so internal like those, we can be able to highlight them very, very clearly to you. Technically, whatever document you want, we come with it, so that you are well updated, you are well informed. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Now, lastly, we have education in members' information forums. That is the number who attended year 2023. And then we have the Prof. Post-Face conclusion. Thank you very much. May I conclude that the chairman's report has been discussed and agreed upon. May God bless you. Thank you.
We are moving on well, indeed. Thank you, Chairman and the CEO. You've taken us through that session very well. We now want to invite the Chair Supervisory Arm to make her presentation. Madam Chair, kindly it's your time. The Supervisory Committee report. Members, hawa ndio wanyapara wenu, ndio wanaangalia kama masuala yanasonga vizuri katika chama hiki cha akiba na mikopo. So, Madam Chair, you'll be flanked by the CEO only. So, the chairperson and the CEO. So, Madam Chair, Supervisory, come and make a presentation of your report. Hii ndio report ya unyapara. Asante.
Invited guests, honorable members, good afternoon. I'm humbled to table this report to you this afternoon. The Supervisory Committee Chairman's report to the 47th Annual General Meeting held at Kutu's Primary School grounds on Saturday, 27th day of January 2024. Preamble. The chief guest, Chairman Ollin Sacco.
Members, you have those reports. Report marked report 2, turn pages to where we have the Supervisory Committee Chairman's report. That is the report we are going through kindly. You have that and report tagged report 2 so that the chair can continue.
Members, are you okay? Thank you. I'll start again. Preamble. The chief guest, Chairman Ollin Sacco, Board of Directors, Executive Officer, and the staff, County Cooperative Officers, other invited guests, fellow Sacco members, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. It is my humble pleasure to welcome you all to our 47th Annual General Meeting. Your presence here today shows your commitment and loyalty to the Sacco. The Supervisory Committee is the oversight authority of the Sacco. It is responsible for ensuring that the Sacco complies with all applicable laws, rules, regulations, Sacco bylaws, and internal controls. It is also responsible for ensuring that the Sacco operations are in line with the policies and procedures approved by the members, by the Board of Directors. The committee ensures that the society's administrative practices and procedures are adequate to safeguard the members' and institutions' rights and interests. During the year under review, the Supervisory Committee conducted compliance checks and tests and ensured that there were effective internal control systems in the society and the Sacco complied fully with all applicable rules and regulations. The Supervisory Committee commends the Board and Management for their commitment in directing properly the activities of the Sacco. 1. Corporate governance. Members, the Supervisory Committee's main role is to verify that the principles of good governance, transparency, and accountability are adhered to by the Board. One of the critical responsibilities of the Board is to safeguard members' interests and meet stakeholders' expectations. This can only be achieved through a rigorous and disciplined governance structure, which Ollin Sacco religiously subscribes to. During the period under review, the board discharged its mandate effectively through the various board committees. The Supervisory Committee commends the board for ensuring that the Sacco activities were conducted professionally and with high level of integrity. 2. Compliance. Members, as part of our responsibility, we kept a close eye on Sacco's compliance by continuously engaging the board and management to ensure that the Sacco fully complied with the prudential guidelines as issued by the Sacco Society Regulatory Authority, SASLA. The Supervisory Committee also ensured that the Sacco's internal controls were enhanced to protect members' funds. The committee also confirms that proper books of accounts were maintained and the board operated within the budget that was approved by this supreme authority. 3. Sacco growth and performance. Dear members, Ollin Sacco aspires to be the ultimate global leader in empowering members both socially and economically. In the year under review, Supervisory Committee noted that the Sacco continued to grow in terms of membership, deposits, and asset base. Currently, the Sacco has offered financial solutions to members in Kirinyaga, Kajiado, Narok, Kiambu, and Nairobi counties. This was as a result of teamwork and active participation from all the Sacco stakeholders. The Supervisory Committee appreciates you members for upholding the advice of becoming the marketers of the Sacco. We urge you to remain loyal ambassadors to the Sacco brand in order to promote its footprints in the market and also position the society at a vantage point for better performance. 4. Technology and innovation. Dear members, the Supervisory Committee observed that the board has made significant investments in technology during the year under review, which enabled the Sacco to reach and offer services to members at their comfort. Additionally, the committee noted that the board continued to leverage on technology as a key business driver. The committee urges you members to continue patronizing the digital products and services when making deposits, withdrawals, accessing loans, balance inquiries, among others. However, with the ever-increasing cases of cybercrime, we urge the board to continue maintaining and improving risk control measures to mitigate these challenges. Members, the Supervisory Committee gives an assurance that your funds and data are safe in the Sacco and implores on you to take caution as you share your personal details to the third parties to ensure safety of your funds. 5. Sacco Strategic Plan 2021-2025. Failure to plan is planning to fail. The Supervisory Committee appreciates the board for coming up with a very robust strategic plan that will assist the Sacco in achieving its objectives. This plan has resulted to many member benefits that have contributed immensely to the Sacco growth. The committee advises the board to keep on monitoring and reviewing the implementation process to achieve all the set objectives by the year 2025. Customer experience. Dear members, in the year 2023, the supervisor interest in this area by observing keenly on how the Sacco delivered services to the members. We also received feedback from various notable improvements where: 1. Introduction of agency outlets in several towns that have created accessibility and convenience to the members. 2. Dispersal within 24 hours. Online loan guaranteeing. 4. Instant mobile registration. Instant mobile banking registration. The committee adjures you members to patronize the Sacco digital platforms and leverage on technology through mobile banking, agency outlets, ATMs, among others. Number 7, government policies. Members, Ollin Sacco has maintained an upward growth trajectory despite a myriad of challenges that emerged in the period under review. Our membership is mainly drawn from individuals who have had a difficult year 2023 and have been negatively impacted by the harsh economic times. With the introduction of new levies in the members' payslips, the borrowing power declined significantly. In order to assist the members to meet their financial obligations, the Supervisory Committee advises you to make Ollin Sacco your one-stop financial shop. This can be achieved through channeling all your income proceeds through the Sacco to maximize the benefits from other loan products that are not recoverable from payslips. The Supervisory Committee appreciates you for remaining resilient, loyal, and supportive during the harsh economic period experienced in the country. In conclusion, honorable members, the Supervisory Committee would like to express our earnest gratitude to you all for the collaboration and support accorded to the Sacco as we carried out our duties in the period under review. We reiterate our commitment to serving you and look forward to more successful years ahead. We wish you all a happy and prosperous year 2024. Together we prosper. And now, members, I'm requesting for adoption of this report by a proposer and a seconder.
Thank you, Chairman. Nahashon Karaoke, membership number 3150, I propose.
I second. Peter Sabidungale, 3837. I second. Peter Sabidungale, 3897.
Thank you, members, for that adoption. And now we go to the report and see whether we have any reactions from you. Preamble. Corporate governance. Compliance. Sacco growth and performance. Technology and innovation. Sacco Strategic Plan 2021-2025.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me an opportunity to stand in front of you all, just to comment on the Sacco growth. And I have seen that there is the list of the branches that we have opened during the last 2 years. But one thing is missing on that list. Because of the hard times we are going through in this country, whether we go to the Maasai land, whether we go to the eastern province, wherever we go, we find people suffering from the difficult economic times. And I think the time has come when we start thinking about going north into the diaspora in the other countries. And that is what other people are doing. There are people who have opened offices in the US, Britain, and other places in the world to try to attract money from that side, where there seems to be more dollars and euros than we do. So why don't we include the diaspora outside Kenya to trap that money that is over there? The government is doing it, other banks are doing it, like the Cooperative Bank and other banks like Equity and others, and even some Saccos. It doesn't matter whether we partner with other people, like the credit unions in the United States, so that we can attract that money. I checked the dollar this morning and I found it is selling for 163 shillings. And because I have interest over there, I would like to extend the benefit I'm getting from over there to our people, our members in this Sacco. So when the board is thinking about extension or expansion, let us put that into consideration too. Thank you.
Thank you for that reaction. CEO to react to that.
The advice is well taken from that particular member. Ollin Sacco is a Sacco of first. I want to believe that maybe upon approval by this AGM, maybe in future, one of the physical branches outside Kenya will be that from Ollin Sacco. But it's good to say, members, that we just don't open branches. They are subjected to some regulations as well. But importantly, the aspect of feasibility studies. We do a lot of feasibility studies just to ask ourselves, this branch that we are opening, even the one that we have opened within, no branch can be opened without a thorough feasibility study. We like to find out, is this particular branch feasible by the end of the day? We take that advice, ladies and gentlemen. We will be able, going forward, we've got our visions, we've got our strategic plans, we'll be able to incorporate that, but also giving heed to the regulations of this nation. Remember, again, we are also not operating in isolations. We will also have to look at what does the law say. Does it allow us to go cross-border? What is it that we need to do? What do we have to address ourselves to on matters of our bylaw? But eventually, before we do that, we'll be able to come back to you. The advice is taken positively. Asante.
Thank you. Can we go on? We were on technology and innovation.
We are through.
We are through.
Yeah.
And you are okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.
Thank you so very much, members, and all the other matters were ratified as they were. Tunasonga kwa uzuri. Sasa hivi tunaomba tupewe seti ya 3 ya ripoti katika kongamano la leo. And therefore, members of staff, kindly give us set number 3 so that we get going. In set number 3, we are going to look at the accounts for 2023. We are also going to look at the estimates of income and expenditure for the ensuing year 2025 as we move on. Kindly, I want to salute the external auditors in the house, Wakabi and Company, na tunashukuru kwamba wako hapa. Members, kindly, can we move very fast? Time is not on our side. These members would wish to enjoy their dividends and interest is up as soon as possible. Now, dear members, kindly note this. Even though the dividends and interest rates were mentioned in the chairman's report, you may not get them right away. You only get them and enjoy them once you approve the audited accounts in this sitting. So the faster you approve the audited accounts, the sooner you get your dividends in interest kwenye mfuko. Na tunashukuru sana. And therefore get those reports so that we go through the audited accounts for 2023 and we shall and dry. Now, once you tell Wakabi and the company that hiyo hesabu tunaielewa sana, na uambie wana Wakabi and the company kwamba hiyo hesabu ni sawa, hiyo hesabu ni through. So after that, even if you take 5 minutes, itakuwa ni pesa pap mkononi, bado tukiwa tumeketi kwenye makani haya ya Kutus Comprehensive School. Are you there? Have you got the report kindly so that we can now usher in? Sorry, as we continue receiving the reports, I'm informed duly that one of the service providers is here with us, Tangazo Letu, the ones who have vetted Sport Cash. Where is Tangazo Letu kindly? Thank you Chris, nimekuona CEO Tangazo Letu, Sante brother for coming. Now have you got the set 3 of those reports? You see, Wakabi and the company could be here in no time. Munataka dividends amtaki. Munataka. The sooner you get through those reports, the faster you get money into your pocket. And we are through with this. And therefore, we are starting with the audited accounts. Then after that, the estimates of income and expenditure. And we are done with that part. Hello? So have you got the reports kindly? Peperusha ripoti kama unayo. So that, very well. We now want to it is my conviction that every one of us has received a copy of the 3rd set of these reports. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I invite Wakabi and the company, the ones who are going to take us through the 2023 audited accounts, I want to report this officially. Last year, we had the managing partner of Wakabi and company in this forum. That gentleman who stood before us. But unfortunately, we observed a moment of silence because the managing partner passed on. But the law is very clear. The law states that once the managing partner passes on, there should be an interim manager or the caretaker. So today, we've got the caretaker with us, plus the persons who are supposed to present the 2023 audited accounts. Allow me now to invite the caretaker, a manager or partner, together with company to come and present the 2023 audited accounts. Kindly, Wakabi and company, kindly, together with the caretaker manager. So Mr. Apollo is here, together with the interim manager, to do the presentation. So Mr. Apollo, kindly, you're going to introduce the managing partner, then you take us through the 2023 audited accounts, kindly, very precisely, lakini ukumbuke kwamba tunangoja sasa kwa udi na uvumba hela mfukoni.
Thank you, Chair, board members, members of Ollin Sacco, good afternoon. My name is Apollo Nganga from Wakabi and Company, and you are external auditors. I'll present to you the financial statements for the 12 months ended at 1st December 2023. But before I do that, I want to introduce our interim manager, like you've heard, Mr. George Kinyanjui.
Okay, asante bwana Apollo. Vile MC amemwelezea audit firm kama yule anaendesha, kama last time mlikuwa na wanarudi Julius Wakabi kutoka Wakabi and Company, ile regulatory body ambao inaongoza wakaguzi wa hesabu ilikuwa imeangalia forward kama kitu kama hiyo ikifanyika kusikue na kusimamisha kwa kampuni hiyo kuendelea na kazi. So we are required to deposit an agreement with ISPAC that this person is the one who will take care of that farm until now it is reorganized again and then it moves on. And I happened to be the one that Mr. Wakabi had appointed. If it happened to me, then he would also do the same to our farm. I think you members, hiyo clarification iko na hakuna mambo itasimama ya Wakabi and Company. Tutaendelea pamoja, and with the time we will have reorganized it so that it continues as it was before. Kwa hivyo tumkaribishe Bwana Opolo about the audit manager wetu kwa Wakabi and Company, and I'm sure vile MC amewaeleza hesabu yenu iko sawa sawa kulingana na sisi tumekagua kulingana vile wale management wenu wametupatia, na tumetumia vile mbinu zote ambazo sheria ya wakaguzi wa hesabu inatakiwa kufanya, na tutawaeleza kama ripoti yetu imetoka na anything that can stop your society as good as it is from moving on as at the level that you have been told at the higher, the highest tier, and we will give you that report. So karibuni, na tunatarajia hesabu itakuwa sawa sawa. Asanteni.
Thank you. I'll take you through the numbers as audited. And we say this for 12 months for the year ended, that was December 2023. And I hope you have the package. I would like to mention our audit report is on page 7, 8, and 9, which I'll go through later once I've gone through the accounts. But right now, I want you to take you to page 5. Page 5 of that report, where we have statistical information. And I would like to mention that your Sacco continues to grow, both in terms of membership, in terms of branch network, and also in terms of total assets. And you can see there that your membership grew by about 6,188 from 22,781 to 28,969. Your branch network, you can see there, grew from branches including HQ of 7 to 9, and you still have the Citrate office. Then in terms of financial report, you have total assets. Your total assets grew by 1.8 billion. 1.8 billion from 8.1 to 9.9 billion in 2023. Your total deposits, those are the deposits that you brought in, grew by 900 million from 5.6 to 6.5 billion. And it's good to mention that those deposits include both non-withdrawable and withdrawable deposits. Then loans and advances to members, the loans that you've taken have grown by 1.1 billion from 7.7, from 6.6 to 7.7 billion. The other figure I would want to mention at this level is your total revenue. Grew from 1.1 to 1.3 billion. That's a growth of about 200 million. Of that 1.3, interest, total interest is 1,324 million compared to 1,129 million for the year. Then we have dividend on share capital. We've made a provision of 81.2 million share capital. Members, let me take you to page 10. Page 10 is your revenue account. It's a summary of all the transactions during the year, a summary of the transactions from 1st of January to that 1st of December. And we'll start with revenues. Revenue, we have interest on loans and advances. The previous year you had 1 billion, grew to 1.245 billion. And then you have some other income, 87 million. The current year is 79.5. If you add that two together, then you find the total interest is 1.3 billion, up from 1.1 billion in the previous year. And from that money, members, that's where you're getting your share of 620 million, 620.3, compared to 521.7 in the previous year. The next item is net interest income, which is computational, 704 million. The previous year, 6.8.2 million. Then, members, you had other incomes, 47.6, up from 41 million, 41.1 in 2022. Members, if you add the net interest income and the other incomes, you find that you have 752.0 million, up from 649.3 million in 2022. In terms of your expenses, we said your expenses add up to 589 million, up from 476. And the makeup is there: financial expenses 105, personnel expenses 175.8, governance 106, marketing that's 7.1, and you have depreciation and amortization 27.6, and admin expenses of 136.7. So if you add that up, it's 589.6 million. The other item is the operating surplus. Again, that figure is computational. You take the total income, we say it's 752.0, less the expenses of 589, then you'll be able to get 162.3. The other item there is provision for tax. We provided 17.4, and we also have a loss on fair values. And then your total surplus will be 135.0 million. Members, allow me to take you to the next page. Page 11. Page 11 is the page where you have your assets and also your liabilities. And we said that your total assets were 9.9 billion, up from 8.1 billion. And the makeup of that, those assets, is cash and cash equivalents, money that was in the bank and with other institutions, 1.7. We have salary receivables, 108.8. Loans to members forms part of your assets, 7.7, up from 6.6. Then we have financial investments, 176.2. The previous year was 185. And then you have your PPE. Those are the assets of long-term nature, at 131.9. The previous year we reported 100.1 million. And then you have an asset called right of use, 50 million, up from that 5.2. If you add up those figures, they're going to give you 9.9 billion. Members, we also have members on the withdrawable non-withdrawable deposits, 5 billion. That's the amount that we have computed the interest on. Then you have member savings, 1.4. Then there's a risk fund, 583 million. And then you can see one of the liabilities that we have incorporated there is 620.3, which is the interest that you're going to receive. And then you have borrowings, 458.3, payables, 106.6, and then we have a liability called lease liability of 56.0. If you add that up, it gives you 8.4 billion, up from 6.8. Members, the other item is share capital and reserves, which total to 1.4 billion, up from 1.3 billion. And then if you add the liabilities and the equity, then you have 9.9 billion in terms of liabilities and equity. There was a member who had asked about honoraria. I'll take you to page 12. You can see the figure is the same at 3.6 for both 2 years. Chair, allow me to pause there for any questions arising from the audited accounts. Thank you.
Okay, before, yes, he is asking for any question, but before that, We need a proposer and a seconder. Proposer, nani anapeana mic? Unapewa hapo.
Jackson Kariuki Sobi.
Jackson
Kariuki Gesobi.
Member number
68 na 13.
Thank you. Seconder. Seconder. Hapo sawa.
Wilson Kenywa, member number 214.
Thank you. Those are the accounts which started from number page 4. Page 5. Any question there? Page 6. 7 and 8. Now, is there any question on financials? Okay, now we need a proposer and a seconder that the accounts have been approved.
Agnes Motugi, number 2425.
Thank you very much.
James Gary, 2531.
Thank you very much. Now the auditor can sit down that the accounts have been approved by the members. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Merci. We go to the next. Go to the next.
Asante sana wanachama, hakika hiyo hesabu ilikuwa rahisi sana, ni kama kula papai kwa kijiko. Na kama hesabu hiyo ilikuwa rahisi namna hiyo, sebuse budget ya 2025, Head of Finance and Accounts together with CEO, budget 2025. Kindly sir.
Thank you, members. We will move with speed. Take you through the year 2025 proposed estimates of income and expenditure. There are 3 components. These are found on page number 1, page number 2, and page number 3 in that order. So at the report number 3, I want to take you through to page number 1, page number 2, and page number 3, where we'll be taken through that report in brief. And I want to usher in our Head of Finance and Accounts so that we'll begin from the base budget, take us to the year 2025, income and expenditure estimates, and finally conclude with the capital budget.
Members, good afternoon. Members, good afternoon. And now we move together through the budget, and I'll start with page number 1, where we have the base budget. We have year 2025 base budget. We have used year 2022 as the year -2, year 2023 as the year -1, year 2024 as the current year, and then we have projected year 2025 as the year +1. Down there we have a schedule on deposit where we have projected that by the end of the period next year, interest on unwithdrawable deposit will be 863,835,974.39 cents. And now we proceed to page number 2. Page number 2 is where we have year 2025 income and expenditure estimate. We have the summaries, and we have the summary for income. Total income we expect to raise annually 1,811,385,520.97 cents. Then at the bottom, the third row from the bottom, we have the total expenses expected for that year, projected at 1,757,561,017 shillings. Finally, we expect that the surplus for the period will be 53,824,503.35 cents. As I also hand over the mic to the CEO to take us through the capital budget.
So members, we have page number 3 where we have the Sacco capital budget for the year 2025. We have got these 7 items from generators at 4 million, motor vehicles at 18 million, furniture at 5 million, Computers, we propose at 10 million. Office equipment at 10 million. Softwares to continue supporting our ICT infrastructure at 50 million. Mobile banking platform, 13 million. And therefore our proposal for the capital expenditure will amount to 110 million. And that concludes the presentation of that budget.
Thank you very much, our officers. Now, I request for a proposer and a seconder for the budget 2025. Peana tu huko ndani, huko sawa? Gender, okay, thank you.
I am Karaoke Kimodo, member number 1528.
Thank you.
Propose.
You propose?
Elizabeth Gadongo, member number 1923.
Thank you. And discuss the budget. Is there any question or clarification on any page? Then, now we wanted to approve it to work. Proposer and a seconder. Meana kule chomba. Then, you have given the gender there. The other gender on the Oja, hold on. Yes, yes, chomba.
Elio Digakere, member number 1828.
Thank you. The other gender?
Tris Wakene Mureu, 4523.
Thank you. Now we approved the budget. We go to the next agenda. Approval of the borrowing power. The same document which you have. Page 13. Members, Cooperative Societies Act, Cap 490, Section 34(1) requires members from time to time at the general meeting to fix the maximum borrowing power which the cooperative societies may incur. In regard to this, I request this AGM to approve the borrowing power of Kenya shillings 1.2 billion. Proposer and a seconder. First you approve, you propose, then you ask questions. Yes.
Cyrus Chigedenji Kebiro, member number 3501.
Seconder.
Alan Jero, member number 84.
Thank you very much. Now, is there any question on the borrowing power? Then, proposer and the seconder. Okay.
James Munyari Ashoki, member number 3472.
Thank you.
Rose Kadongo 2853.
Thank you. Now we go to the next agenda. Appointment of the external auditor for the year 2024. And since the auditors of the day are within us here, I request them to take a leave before I read. They take a leave briefly. I hope so. Thank you. Thank you, members. The foreign external auditors have been shortlisted. This AGM is mandated to appoint one of them to audit the society's year 2024 books of account. We have Mazars who have charged 568,400 VAT inclusive. Wakabi and Associates, Kenya shillings 503,000 VAT inclusive. Ronans 1,190,000 VAT inclusive. We want now proposal and seconder and who? You may not give the person who has talked it many times if there is another hand. Yes. Proposal for discussion.
Wakabi, Benson Degwa, TSC number 753381.
Seconder? Member number you have? Okay, TSC ni sawa tu. We shall get the member number in the office. Patia huyu or there any? Shomba? Peana pale.
Seconder, I second Geoffrey Nyaga, member number 14.
You have seconded for discussion. Now, let me guide you now. We have finished that in Bongo. Now, one of them to audit the books. Sivyo, for the year 2024, I wanted to hear the name clearly. Who? Wakabi and the associates. Proposer and seconder. Diana?
Kagai Danson, member number 3634.
Thank you. Seconder for that name. Gender. Simama.
Peter Kibani, members number 1578.
Thank you very much. Asante. We have finished with that. May invite free to say a word. MC.
Thank you, Chairman. Tunasonga vizuri. Sasa ni wakati wa kuelekea kutamatisha. Wakati huu tunaomba kumkaribisha balozi wa nembo ya Ollin Daktari Kebisho ambaye ameandamana na GVN 48 wa idhaa ya Inoro Kamau Kang'ethe ili tuweze kuinua kidogo. Baada ya kuinua Ngogoyo, alafu tutasonga tumkaribishe waziri wa cooperatives in the county Bwana Calbert to usher in the chief guest so that we can conclude. Sasa balozi wa nembo, uwanjani wako. Inua.
All protocols observed, our chief guest, the board of directors, invited guests, our dear esteemed members, hamjambo. Naona muda umewewa sana na kwa hivyo sina wakati mwingi wa kuongea, bali ni kusema ya kwamba Ollin tunaendelea vyema na ndio Sacco tu Kenya mzima ambayo iko na balozi wa nembo ambaye ni profesa. Ningetaka tu kuwasihi jambo moja jameni. Kwanza na washukuru kwa vile mmekuwa watu watiifu sana, mmekaa, you are the real Ollin Sacco members sababu mmegojea mpaka wakati huu. Ni kweli jameni? Mungu awabariki sana. Nitasema tu jambo moja, ni nyamaze. In life is a process. Life is a what? A process. There was a time you were young, today you are old. So what you do with your money today, just like we said during our member information day, tell yourself, save money now. The money says, save me now, I'll save you tomorrow. And what did we say the other thing we said? Na wasi tuendelee kuongeza pesa jameni na sio kula dividend yote. So kia todwaro ushio. Remember today in the Sacco for the last 26 years, and let me tell you, Ollin Sacco has the best corporate governance principles. Ollin Sacco is accountable, the board of directors are compliant, and I can tell you have a name. Nataka kuwasihi wale wote ambao wako kule nje, diaspora, please like our page, Ollin Sacco page kwa Facebook, na muende kule kwingine kwa mitandao ya jamii, na mjue ya kwamba Ollin Sacco tuwasonga mbele. Together, it is now my humble duty because of time to welcome His Excellency the Governor without portfolio and budget to come and address this gathering. Your Excellency.
Asante sana Professor. Muhorere irohe. Nearia wega. God is good
And all the time, Ngai nĩ mwega. Na hĩndĩ ciothe, na tugaga nginya Mungu ni mwema. Na kila wakati, Ollin Sacco. Together we prosper. Atongoria a Ollin Sacco geithikai. Waziri Calbert geithika na ari othe mari giikaro-ini giki. Njĩtagwo Kamau wa Kang'ethe, ndutagaira kwa Inoro FM na Inoro TV. Ni mwĩroragira kĩbindi kĩu. Wakati niliambiwa nikuje kwa huu mkutano, nilisema nitakuja kwa sababu ya mambo mawili. Mimi ni mwana ushirika. Napenda SACCOS sana. SACCOS zimeniinua mahali nimetoka mpaka mahali nimefika. Na kwa sababu hiyo mimi naingia Ollin Sacco leo. Sijui nitakuwa member namba ngapi. Siyo ni akojera gutuika member namba cigana. Githe tiguo twekelee kuigerera mutugo kigoro wa kuigerera. SACCOS ni teithagia muno. Nimeona mnapewa na 12.2%. Nimepiga hesabu ya haraka ikikia milioni 30 mbeca iria ngoya mwaka ũgĩthira. Githe tiguo mbeca njega. Tondu ngokorwo njekete atia njigereire. Ukiangalia nchi za Ulaya kama Germany na France zishiakirwa ni SACCOS, si ndio? Hata sisi hapa kwetu tutajenga na SACCOS. Kuna mzee pale ameongea kuhusu Ulaya, diaspora. Wakati hiyo safari itapangwa ya diaspora, simweke Kamau hapo. Hata yeye akue face ya Ollin Sacco. Tuthie tugiucie nginya dollars. Meciria macio ndaigua memega muno. Na tondu ndamurwa ndirona mwina kanyamuri wa kani gatumwo ri. Ugo ni tugukerura kana tiguo? Ni tugukerura, ni keruru ne ruto. Ndiye no komeruta ihutie. Ndika chairman ni agituhero tharu. Ikiruto ihuti tugekeate kerure tunatubeca kana tiguo? So tuendelee kuwekeza kwa Ollin Sacco na tugushie members yake grupu eno nenehe ikinyie mabilioni magana. Dikana kwirwe boy ngochire ti horo wa cai wa 14 no rwimbo rurendwa andu makerurite kana tiguo? Ona twakerura hwaine nda no tuigane. Haya ni mwandu mangeithi ndacoka kwa Inoro na muthie na mbere na kwirorera Inoro na guthikiriria Inoro TV niguo rucio ni mukaigua ngegeithia Ollin Sacco na njira andu maingire thiini wa Ollin wa muico onani ngituikaga member no njurie tugie na branch bypass kuria thia kuria kanyama kuria kamakis nigetha ndatigia cia gukerura ri ngagera Ollin Sacco gatiga ndasevuga kogo branch yake kihingurwo ri no njurie tugie na branch ya bypass kuria kamakis kuria tuthiaga gukerura. Asanteni sana na Mungu thank you man.
Mnajua pia Kamau amenipatia kazi gavana wetu namba 48. Si mmemsikia? Na anajiunga leo kwa Ollin Sacco. Mjue hivyo na sio milioni 2 milioni amesema alikuwa ananiambia niko na 50 akasema kwanza ataweka 30 million hizo zingine pia nitashukua. Nashukuru sana. Thank you very much bwana MCA. Thank you bwana CEO na Kamau tumekushukuru sana na mukirikana na nitawela kwa Inoro Sandro cio mugathikiriria kuma thainya kinya thita na nikagathiriria Ollin tondu ira wakwa no wakugathiriria Ollin Sacco na tuendelee kwa mtandao kulike Ollin Sacco Facebook page. May God bless you.
Tuwapigieni makofi wote wawili na tunashukuru. GVN 48 tafadhali ukienda kwenye idhaa pale studioni kumbuka kumsalimia Joroge wa Githinji, pia tunampenda. Asante sana. Tulikuwa mbashara na tunaendelea kuwa mbashara, yani we are live from this crowd Kwa wale ambao wanatufuata, kuna ombi moja tu, ingia Facebook. Nenda pale ambapo kuna Facebook page ya Ollin. Like, endelea kulike. The other day, our Facebook page was done what? It was hacked. We have now a new page. Nenda Facebook, like the page ya Ollin ili tuendelee kupata numbers. It is now my singular duty to humbly and invite the waziri in the county, Mr. Calbert, to come here and do one honorable thing. Make a simple remark, then invite the chief guest. Let's appreciate Waziri Kalbat as he comes. Tumpigieni makofi tafadhali. Bwana Kalbat, I'm not coming back here, so you invite the chief guest. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate our MC. So I'm here for a very brief assignment. Our chief guest, Mr. Daniel Marube, the CEO CAK, the board of directors, the CEO, the brand ambassador, that is Professor Kebisho, na Governor Kang'ethe. Kamau, you want to become a member? My member. Nataka nimulipie member fee. Saa hii kuja. Ndio mbengiria register mu member kana ni hata. Si ni vizuri aingia saa hii tu. Mundu, uko ni tusina naga ndio kubiri. Siamo sietisho mokama timo. Mwendi gatungu negokejera. Roro nero atendero. DJ. Temweno sio. Haya.
Tunamkaribisha Mr. Kamau, karibu sana to Ollin Sacco. May you continue also being a brand ambassador like Ambassador Kevisho, so that we build Ollin Sacco. Na tunaendelea kusema Ollin Sacco together we. Ollin Sacco together we. Si mumekaribisha Mr. Kamau wa Inoro Ollin sana members. Say to let's measure for him tupungue moja. Karibu sana Ambassador Mr. Kamau, karibu sana. So he needs to sign. He has already, the money is already here. We will be able to allocate him the next membership number. We'll tell him before he leaves. Officially, he has now become Ollin Sacco member officially. Thank you very much. Mr. Kamau Kang'ethe, asante sana. Thank you.
Aya, tupigie Kamau Kang'ethe makofi. So thank you very much. Allow me, because of time, I have that just 2 minutes to something. Kindly Waziri, Gender, I donate my 1 minute to my colleague. Just say hi, and then I'll be concluding my bit in not more than 4 minutes. In at most a minute, please.
Thank you, Waziri Kalbat. Guest of honor, all protocols observed. My name is Millicent Nyawira Gare, a teacher by profession, TSC number 249472, and Ollin member number 3595. Kwa hivyo kama vile mwimbaji wa nyimbo alisema, ndangeriganirwo gucoka ha aria arathimirwo sawa sawa. I'm one of you. I'm a member of Ollin, and I'm happy to be associated with Ollin. I'm the CC Gender and Youth County Government of Kirinyaga, and we are working very closely with you people. Whenever I see men, whenever I see women, najua gender iko hapo. Sawa sawa. But there is something that was brought to my desk this week, and I would want to share it with you. That is concerning the mental illness and the suicide cases that have been there in Kirinyaga. Last Monday, 7 cases were reported to my desk. Wazazi, walimu, ebu tuongee na youths wetu. Ebu hata sisi, we learn to share with others what we are going through. Sawa sawa. Invite me in your social groups and I'll come, tutaongea. Thank you and God
Thank you very
bless.
much. To begin my coffee. With the permission of the board of directors, I want, before I make my remarks, to recognize these people. Where I once a teacher always. Then I remember my primary. Mr. Kenda, wewe anamelili. Wewe mwalimu wangu wa Kiingereza, tumpigie makofi. Mr. Kamau, mwalimu wangu wa hesabu, tumpigie makofi. Mr. Kadogo, rogama mwalimu ako huko nyuma, na Mr. Kadija. Huyu alinifundisha hata handicraft. Na pia mwalimu wangu wa Sabati High School, Mr. Charles Karimi. Mr. Charles Karimi, you are here with us? Oh, he left. Oh, thank you very much. So receive greetings from Her Excellency the Governor. Mmezipokea? The Governor Kirinyaga County is aware that I'm here for this wonderful occasion. And I want to start by saying that I want to congratulate Ollin Sacco. One, it is very clear from your vision that you want to empower our society, both socially and economically. That is quite evident. Two, in your core values, I've picked two, relationships and teamwork. And I am a witness that you are very good in that kind of a line. I do want to appreciate that. Matters stewardship. We have read, we have seen, we have perused and interrogated. And we can see that you even received national and county awards. That is quite good. Matters governance and compliance to SASRA guidelines. Kindly keep it up. And as all of us members, we know, why do we have AGMs? We usually have it, one, to give members a chance to interrogate and also share their views and ask questions. We also get a platform to reflect and also monitor, even as we also develop strategies and plans for the future. So this AGM is quite pertinent as far as the growth of our cooperatives is concerned. My department, under the guidance of Her Excellency the Governor, and Mubua Igoro, commits to continue offering support to the cooperative sector in Kirinyaga County. It is my commitment that we shall give you a very conducive environment, rather we shall continue so that we keep rising. In matters investment, because it's also part of what I do, by the way, maybe I didn't say, I am the CEC in charge of cooperatives, trade, tourism, marketing, industrialization, and enterprise development. So I've also concerned matters investments lies in my docket. We are promoting local investments, and probably as you're going to see it, maybe we are going to put it in the news. Now, Kule Sagana, we have an EPZ, that is an export processing zone. We also have, last week, actually, we received an gazettement for a special economic zone. And also we have something called County Aggregation Industrial Park. Ile maswali ngumu kama alikuwa ananiuliza, sasa nitajibu vizuri. And therefore, I want to declare and say that this is quite good. And Ollin Sacco kindly keep the pace as others follow. That is, that will be so good. Kwa hivyo today, whatever you get from dividends, even whatever you get from loans, kindly plow it back, invest in farming, and even in other value chains, because we want to ensure that the investors that we are bringing here in Kirinyaga County, they are really adding value to our products. Kirinyaga is largely an agrarian county, therefore, please don't just consume, don't just spend, don't just waste, or with waste that is, invest, and you can be sure we are going to have a good moment. So we as the government, led by Her Excellency the Governor, we are ready to make Kirinyaga County rise. It is now my singular duty and pleasure, let's all of us be standing. To invite our chief guest, even Mr. Daniel Marube, the CEO, Cooperative Alliance of Kenya. Let's put our hands together and welcome him.
Thank you, Chairman and the board. Please be seated. Wanachama wenzangu wa mjambo. Salimia watu wawili tu kwa macho, msalimie, mwambie hii ni salamu ya Marube, hii mtu atujue ametoka wapi. Atujue ametoka wapi na ameleta nini. Labda huyu mtu ni mzuri, tumusikize tu kwa muda mfupi. Si ndio? Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you and your board, and with a great respect, I want to observe the protocols as they were read by the Master of Ceremony. I respect each and every one of us, and especially you, the members, teachers, especially. I will be very careful that my speech, Mr. Chairman, will be brief, or else the teachers can revoke their powers and punish me, because I have to have respect before the teachers, isn't it? So how much time do you give me? Is it 5 minutes? 2 minutes? 5 minutes? Who is going to keep the time? You are the one to keep the time? You don't have a watch, so you can't keep time. All right. Number one, I've already started my speech. It will end when you do not expect, but it will be something. I can't come all the way and leave you empty-handed. You will learn something that will not only change your own life and your family, but will also improve the attitudes towards our society. And therefore, it's important that we take a few minutes, but you will see that it will not be a waste. I have only 5 points, and I will give them very briefly. I will address the members, I will address the board, and I will talk to the staff. Each one of them 1 point. And I will speak confidently because I sit at the apex organization. I sit at the top of the cooperative movement. Cooperative Alliance, initially those members who were older members than me, it was called KNFC, Kenya National Federation of Cooperatives. All other NACOs like Cooperative Bank, CIC, Cusco were born from the apex organization. And now we're also having a new baby on technology sharing platform, because the future is in technology. Receive my greetings from my board chairman, Mr. Malonza, who is in Western today, and the board members. Do we have any other delegate here for CAK? Let me see. CAK delegate, Co-Bank delegate, CIC delegate, Nachu. Can I see by show of hand if any of you is here? Thank you. Now, let me go straight away to my scheme of work, isn't it? And deliver the subject. Are you ready? Here I am. What was before Ollin, what were we called? Mohegia. I have discussed with the board that next year the founder members will find seats in that tent. And we will give them a gift every year, those who are alive. Whether it's a shirt or a kameme ka radio, kadogo, we want to recognize you, isn't it? That we are riding on your vision. We are riding on what you thought about when you were 3, 10, 100 people. But now we are 100,000. We need to remember where we have come from. The purpose of a Sacco, listen, the purpose of a Sacco is to provide access to affordable financial services to its members. Walimu muko? That is the sole purpose, to provide access to affordable financial services to who? To the members. It is not to give more dividends to who? To the members. Let me give you an example. If a Sacco is charging 18% interest rate to its members, it's likely to give 17% of dividends to them, isn't it? Another Sacco will be charging members interest of 10% and giving dividends at 11%. On the same pay slip, the society which is giving you 18%, you can only afford 2 million shillings loan because the interest rate is very high. The other society which is giving at 12% on the same pay slip will give its members 2.6 million shillings of loan, given the same rate of interest rate, and your pay slip is accommodated. Assuming the two people were given loan in January, one was given 2.6 million, The repayment is the same pay slip. And another one was given 2 million. By December, who has increased in wealth? 2.6, we are smiling. It's 2.6. Because you have an extra 600,000 shillings you are doing business with for a whole year. The income you will get, it surpasses the interest you will be getting from number one Sacco by more than 360,000 more. Our core purpose of the original old men and women was to provide us with access to affordable financial services. At the national level, we are no longer giving trophies to a society which is giving high dividends. We are looking for the society that can give its members affordable loans at 10%, at 11%, so that the members can increase their wealth. We are here as a Sacco to improve the socio-economic well-being of our members by helping them increase. We are giving you the loan to increase your wealth. Wealth in creation is our core purpose. Don't fight your board members to give you more interest. Some Saccos elsewhere, the board members, because they fear their members during the AGM, they can even go and borrow money so that they can give you high interest rate, muwapigie makofi waende. Are you increasing your society? Are you improving? No, you are killing yourselves. Actually, two societies now are having a problem because their former leadership were borrowing and giving false numbers on interest on your deposits. What I'm telling you today is, let us push our business leaders, the board members, to reduce their interest on our loans so that you can access substantial amount of money to do the business that you want to do. If the dividend comes, it is a top-up. We are say thank you because you already have money to do what you wanted. Kama mimi mtu mzuri munipigie makofi niache kuongea sasa nyinyi na nyinyi mnanipatia morale, si ndio? Number 3, I'm about to finish. Remember I said it's a few things. In order for you, I had our ambassador talking about putting your money well, spending, saving your money so that it can work for you tomorrow. I'm saying today, take a loan to do something so that you can minimize your future regrets. Have I said something? Yes. You minimize your future what? Regrets. Amejawe kuona wase njiani Saida ameritaya anaongea peke yake kwa barabara. Unasino mwalimu siku hizi ni nini? His counting is what? Regrets. The things he ought to have done but he did not do, and now the time is done what? It's over. Machozi iko mbele. Let me tell you how it comes, and I'm one of them. Musinicheke. I have taken more than 13 loans from the Sacco. Some loans I'm paying, you know, when you are paying the loan is so painful. But getting 1 million, you spending it, you can spend it how many days? 2-3 days. Once unachukua loan unasema wacha nitengeneze mwili, si ndio? Unaenda kutengeneza, unachota. Sasa kilio inaanza wakati unalipa, si ndio? Ukijiuliza, je, hii pesa nilichukua nilifanyia nini? Labda ulikuwa na project unakuta tu uliachia foundation. Hebu nione mtu mmoja ambaye ako kama mimi, amechukua loan lakini akiangalia nyuma analia kwa sababu aoni alifanyia nini hiyo loan. Hebu nione mmoja tukuombea. Hakuna hata moja? You are also regretting. I have come to tell you how to minimize your future what? Especially when you are paying for the loan and you cannot see what the money did, and I can see I'm not alone. You know, some people when their salary is increased, right? They increase their consumption. Sindio? But the clever people who are going not to regret in the future, the difference of salary increment, they put it into the what? Into the savings, so that you continue living as you have been. Others, when the salary goes up, you go to take a loan because there is a room, isn't it? Your payslip has a certain room you can top up, right? Mshahara imepanda, union imefanya vizuri, hiyo ka difference unachukua nini? Unachukua loan, lakini kwanza ni ya kutuliza mwili, alafu hiyo ngine unaenda kufikiria what we are going to do with it. Kindly, for purposes of respect to each other, do not take the loan because other people are taking loans. Do not take the loans because the staff of the Ollin, they have a target to meet, because you have told them you want high interest, you want high rebate on your dividends, and take a loan because they have come to tell you to take a loan. Take a loan because you have a plan. You have something that you are going to do. You are going to put that money to multiply. If you are taking the loan for a purpose that is not going to multiply, don't take it. You don't do what? Take it because others are taking. So and so has bought a vehicle. Let me also go to the take a Ollin. They give me a loan. I buy a car. No. Take it because you have a plan, and that money is going to do what? To multiply. If it is not multiplying, continue saving. Oh, my brothers and sisters, do you know what time to save? When the economy is tough. Niuko nyitaga mokanda na hinya. Tiwo, unashika nini? Mokanda. Wakati wa nini? Wakati kuna ukame kama saa hii. When the economy is hard, that is the time to save for tomorrow, because tomorrow will never be better than today. So musisema ati hii ni wakati mbaya. Hapana. Go and start saving more tomorrow. How do you start? Let me tell you, I was surprised. One time, when I was taught what I'm telling you, I went and emphasized into my Sacco. Every time you give dividends, return the entire amount of money back. Because I was staying alive. I was still alive yesterday. I was still alive. I want to continue to save this much. How did I manage it? It's because all my dividends goes where? Go back. I want to urge all of you today. If you have been given 5,000 shillings as your dividends, just take 500 shillings. Go and tell your husband, this is the amount we have today. I have bought a kilo of meat. The rest of the money has gone back to increase the value for tomorrow. Kama wewe ni mzee, watu wanakungojea huko mahali mwende kukunywa kitu kidogo, pitia njia nyingine kwenda nyumbani. Sio lazima upitie wapi? Usipitie huko. Save that money, isn't it? So that you can minimize your future what? Future regrets. So if you can remember one thing, I told you, minimize your future what? How do you minimize it? Borrow wisely for a purpose that increases your wealth. Number 2, borrow when it is necessary. And also borrow when you have a purpose to repay the loan on time. Because if you don't pay your loan on time, the interest will continue going up. We will come and sell your property. You start regretting. Borrow wisely for a purpose that has incremental value to your wealth and with intentions to pay your loans on time. Niko karibu kumaliza, najua mtaninunulia chai leo. The next item, and let me talk to the board members. Board members, you know where I sit. The problem is where I sit. I go around the country. I attend almost several AGMs. I have cases. Today, let me talk something. Board members, are custodians. Custodian ni kama ile mtu umeandika anachunga ng'ombe. He's a custodian, isn't it? When he's a custodian, when the owner wants to go and see the cows, can the custodian stop you? Because you are the what? So they are our what? Custodian of our what? Of our property or resources, isn't it? All right. When you are a custodian, what are the properties of a good custodian? Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the what? Where is the pastor? Blessed are the meek, chapter 5 of Matthew, verse 5. For they shall inherit the earth. Okay? So what do we need in a Sacco? For Sacco to grow, when you are electing directors and delegates, it is your responsibility to look for a leader who is meek, who is humble, isn't it? Who is willing to sacrifice time and his appetite. And the what? Appetite. Appetite for what? To eat the animals he has been given as a what? As a custodian, isn't it? You know, it is us who elect them. You know, my neighbor has a very high appetite. But still, since he's my neighbor and we were teaching in the same school, I should let him do what? Elect him. When he eats, then you start coming complaining to the government, oh, help us, isn't it? And to do what? Help us. So verse 8 of Matthew says, blessed are the what? The righteous at heart, for they will see God. Righteous, we want men and women in the board, and the board members, please, I'm looking for 4 more women in the board. In 2 years, your books will never go through because you are not compliant. We are looking for 4 more women in the board. And how to do it? Women come out and seek the seats. Mobilize women during the elections. Come. You are many. Take over the leadership. So I'm saying we need to look for the righteous at heart. That's what Jesus told the people on the mountain. For these are the kind of people who will see God. What does that mean? When these custodians, the men and women we elect them, they are righteous at heart. They will make a decision on the board selflessly. Right? They will not have self-interest. They will have killed their appetite. They will guide and do the business of our cooperative with a pure heart. They will do the business without selfish motives. They will be men and women of character. The integrity will be the cornerstone of the strength and growth of our cooperative. And it is us who elect them. We need to look at these 2 characteristics. The humble people, willing to serve, selfless, the people who will make a decision not to benefit them, but for the good of all of us. Cooperatives do not require noise. We need quietness. Where money is made, there is calmness. There is harmony. We need a harmony between the board and the CEO. We need the harmony between the board members. They should not be fighting. We need harmony between the CEO and the staff members. We need harmony between the members and the staff when you go to serve them. Don't shout at your staff members. They are serving you. They have woken up in the morning to come and serve you. Nyinyi hamjawahi kuona member anaenda Sacco karibu anapigana na kila mtu? Hamjawahi kuona parents coming to school, they want to fight teachers? If you want us to grow as Ollin, we need what? We need calmness. We need tranquility. We need peace. And for you as a member to grow as a person, to grow your wealth at home, do you need peace? Do you need harmony? Do you need noise? Pesa itaki nini? Makelele ukienda society kuna kelele mingi, hapo kuna ufukara, kuna shida. Na tena ukipata mtu anapiga kelele sana kwa Sacco, ask him how much is your savings? Wale wa mtu mkali pesa yao ni nini? Ni kidogo. Hivyo maneno requires calmness. Aki you people are good. Mtakuja tena siku ingine. Vile mmeniangalia hivyo, naona kama sasa let me finish up. I'm finishing up. You know, when you have those leaders we have talked about, you inspire confidence in members, isn't it? Now people can bring their money, they know where we are taking money. It's a quiet environment. Hakuna vita huko. Every structure is in place. Let me tell you your biggest responsibility as members. Number one, you must be faithful. Nasikianga faithfulness. You must be faithful to Ollin as your Sacco. Because you are the owner and the consumer of the services of who? Of Ollin. So you cannot be abusing it, talking badly about Ollin, and yet you are the member and you are the what? The owner. You are owners and you are the customers and you are the consumers. You are the one who needs a rebate. Be good ambassadors. Hata kama kulikuwa na makosa kidogo, go out there and smile and say, our society is growing. If the board members, you know, all these men and one lady, not that they agree all the time. Kuna mwingine huko nasikia, when will I become a chairman? Anangochea anasikia, itafika lini chairman? My time might go before I become a what? But we are saying, be calm. Be what? Be calm. Your time will come. Number two, be obedient to each other. If there is a conflict, finish it in the boardroom. Don't bring your boardroom issues to the members. Solve it inside there. Pigana, mukikunywa chai, mukitoka, shikana mkono. Pitia pale chini kwa mzee Kibera, kunywa soup, munitumie receipt. Museme tulikuwa na mateso kidogo, tumekunywa soup, till number ndio hii marube, tufanya nini? Tulipie. Mtalipa tu, lakini sisidi 300. Ndio shida. You know, if all of us left here smiling and telling people that Ollin is the best place, actually, can I tell you the truth? In the whole of Kenya, it is only Ollin which has so many products for everybody. I've never seen a cooperative society, a Sacco, with all these kind of products. Many, isn't it? To empower us. I want to give the board and the management one challenge. Start a campaign. One man, one member, one member. Each one of us to bring one member this year. If we are 29,000 active members, if each one of us only brought one active member, only one active member, we will multiply our numbers. One, usiende mbali, bring your relative, bring your friend. One, and see where we will be. And the highest person who will bring the largest numbers, mumpatie ng'ombe ya grade. Si ndio? Ng'ombe ya grade na ipeanwa hapa next year wakati mko na ADM. Mseme tulikuwa na kampeni ya recruit people, so and so, ndiye alileta watu wengi zaidi na wako active na tunampatia ng'ombe. Ng'ombe inaletwa hapo, mumwekee kwa pickup, ibasiwe karibu inateremka namna hii, anapeleka maziwa kwa dairy. Mko tayari? Si tutaleta numbers? Sasa si maneno ilikuwa mzuri hata nikiachia hapa. Watu wamechoka, njaa imeingia ndani. So mine was to inspire you to be loyal to your cooperative society, to your Sacco. Those other Saccos you think they have done very well, it is their members who are loyal to it. Wanabadilia, si ndio? Wanapea ng'ombe yao nini? Chakula. Inalala mahali mzuri. Ndio sababu inampea maziwa ya kutosha. Usililie ng'ombe ya mwingine, na wewe uko na ng'ombe iko na potential ukupatia maziwa kushinda ile nyingine. Lisha ng'ombe ya nani? Yako. Itakupatia maziwa nyingi na hata kushinda your neighbors. May God bless you so much that you can become very rich through the cooperative sector. Thank you, and thank you very much indeed.
Kwa wingi wa heshima na taadhima tuinuke tafadhali, tumrejeshe mgeni mheshimiwa kwenye kiti chake pale kwenye jukwaa kuu. Thank you so very much our chief guest. Thank you for your words of counsel. The advice is well taken and we have taken that challenge of the ng'ombe ya grade. Tunashukuru. We may take our seats. Allow that now. I invite, in the interest of time, the chairman and the CEO to come and make very concise announcements, concise assignments, as I remain here steady by concise. But before that, let us allow the chairman aongoze appreciation ya mwenyekiti.
Thank you very much, MC. Now, the chief guest has really advised us. Can we measure for him a good measure? One. A good measure for him, a good one. Then pamba mara tatu. Hiyo ilikuwa kiojo. A good measure for our chief guest. Pamba mara tatu. Thank you very much, chief guest. Thank you. Let us start with the CEO.
Thank you, our board chairman. So I think I'll be quite precise in the interest of time. Members from the technical bench, allow that we really to thank you very much, members, for according us an opportunity to serve you in the year 2023 and the years that have been there. I want to bring to you an assurance once again that the Ollin Sacco leadership, from the CEO, even cutting across our board, we remain committed, deliberate in transforming your life socially and economically, and this is in line with our vision to empower you socially and economically. Allow me to say one thing though, because we are readers of the newspapers. On Tuesday, 23rd January 2024, I think this should have been this week on Tuesday, I am sure probably you read through the newspaper, Nation. There was a research conducted by Infotrack Research Consulting, and it was saying that 78% of Kenyans, they are living in very severe financial distress, or they are struggling to make the ends meet. 22% are neither struggling nor are they comfortable. It's only 5% of Kenyans who are living comfortable lives. In central Kenya, where we are, the survey conducted concluded that 74% are struggling, and the worst hit are those between 18 to 26 and those who are above 55 years. That is a survey that we cannot ignore. It is for sure that we are going through financial distress, the issue of the cash crunch and the economic volatility. I want to advise you from a technical bench and from a finance docket, let us continue exercising prudence. As we manage our resources, we can be able to give more priority to what we call the needs as opposed to what we call the wants. We can only buy what is absolutely necessary. We can be able to make some financial solutions. We can be able to cut on the non-essentials at the moment. Kindly members know who you are borrowing from. There are people that we call loan sharks. Loan sharks. Now, these are either individuals or organizations that are not registered. They are not registered, they are not regulated. They will charge you very exorbitant interest rates. They will not take them anywhere. They are not under regulations. You can avoid them. But there are others who are unscrupulous, want to take advantage of you. In their space, Ollin Sacco comes in, and I want to say that no one can match what Ollin Sacco is doing. No one will listen to you. No one will hear from you as Ollin does. We care for you. Any other one, probably masquerading as so, they will take advantage of you. Ladies and gentlemen, never lose sight of Ollin Sacco vision and the mission. It is all about you. We can probably say Ollin tosha. Never suko pamoja. Even in an extreme situation, I want to advise that you come to the office. Even where you feel you have come to your end, Ollin Sacco is your financial institution. Come over. Let us sit down together with you. Let us hear you out. Let us listen to you. Ollin Sacco is a beacon of hope for you. We are here in it together, and we shall continue to promote you and promote your welfare at all time. I conclude by saying this, ladies and gentlemen, strongly, because I'm also a crusader of this. Sometimes the question is, the debate is, what can Ollin Sacco do for me? Suppose maybe the year 2024, we paraphrase that, we ask ourselves, what can I do for Ollin Sacco? And we have been challenged, and we take that challenge, that each one of us can give us one member, so that we can keep on multiplying our numbers. We enlarge our cake, so that as we meet every other time, the cake can become bigger and bigger, and all of us will be okay and comfortable to eat from that cake. We will be shortly crediting the dividends and interest in under 30 minutes. You'll be able to receive that, probably before you leave this town, because our systems are ready to do so. We want to indeed to wish you well. Kindly again, as it has been advised, do not eat everything. Do not do the work of clearing and forwarding. Don't clear and forward. And ambassador wetu amekuwa kituambia namna hiyo. Save something for a rainy day, tomorrow, because your tomorrow depends on what you are doing today, members. It is necessary that we do so. The technical bench, the CEO wishes you well, that all the staff and all the management team will remain committed to serving you. It is your right to be served by us. We are there. We will continue serving you. I want to say it again. You come to us, even in an extreme financial distress situation, Ollin Sacco will listen to you. We will be able to see what we are going to do. Have a blessed year 2024 members. Tunawashukuru sana, asanteni.
Thank you very much, CEO. My final word, first, is to thank the guests who graced this occasion. I'm very grateful. You received invitation from the CEO and you came. When we decided that the 27th will be our day, I'm very happy that you came in large numbers. Okay, for a second. Okay, call the other person. Okay.
Asante sana mwenyekiti. Tangazo moja ni kwamba Gibson Hinga Kamau alipoteza kitambulisho chake. Gibson Hinga Kamau, ukimpata tafadhali mwambie kitambulisho chake tunacho. Kutoka pale basi tunaomba kualika ndugu zetu kutoka jamii ya Maa from Narok and Kajiado Kaigle, ndugu zetu wa Maasai njoni huku. Jamii kutoka Maa tafadhali karibuni hapa. Wakija sasa tunaomba kuwa na miondoko mahususi ya jamii ya Maa, huku tukiendelea kumtuza GVN 48. GVN 48 tafadhali letwa huku ili tuweze kukutuza, kisha baadaye mgeni mheshimiwa. Kwa hivyo ndugu zetu kutoka jamii ya Maa tunawaalika ili mje tushukuru pamoja. Tunaelekea kileleta cha kongamano la leo. Tafadhali Joni ili tufanye miondoko tafadhali. Haya mindundo, twende kazi. Asante sana. Sasa tunaoelekea kumtuza GVN 48 Kamau Kang'ethe. So CEO and the chairman conduct that. Wenzetu kutoka jamii ya Maa, msiondoke tafadhali, kwa sababu pia tutaendelea kumzingira na kumpamba mgeni mheshimiwa baadaye, lakini kwa sasa hivi tunaomba sasa kuingia kwenye sherehe hiyo fupi ya kumtuza gavana nambari 48 katika taifa la Kenya, mtangazaji tajika katika idhaa ya Inoro FM. Mwenyekiti, naomba ushike bomba, you do that ritual.
Thank you. Asante. Kamau Kang'ethe, on behalf of board members of Ollin, we appreciate your coming to grace this occasion. And that is why we decided to give you this chair. When you are seated in your house, we know Mudhuri onaga kunene. And when you are seated in Inoro, uwe unaona Ollin, Sacco, because we want to this Sacco to remain here forever. We are 47 years old and be our ambassador. Remember, Ambassador Kebisho has given the money registration, so you are there. Thank you. Yes, Ambassador. Yule alikulipia. Ako hapa sasa. Yule alikulipia kuingie Ollin. Thank you. May God bless you. Thank you.
Asante sana mwenyekiti. Tumpigieni makofi tafadhali.
You can say word.
Nataka kusema consider it done. Yale ambayo chairman amesema consider it. Thank you muna wado Ollin. Asante sana management wote na washukuru. Tutembee pamoja. Neguo. Asanteni sana kwa kiti.
Asante sana. Ndugu zetu kutoka jamii ya Maa, huyo ni wa kutoka idhaa ya Inoro FM inayopeperusha matangazo kwa kupitia lugha ya Kikuyu. Tukiingia kule Kajiado na Narok, tunafurahi sana wakati ambapo tunaendelea kupata idhaa ya Nosim FM na Mayan FM. Kwa hivyo tukuja kwenu vile vile tunashukuru. Haya, mgeni mheshimiwa, basi wacha tutuze mgeni mheshimiwa, kisha akiwa ameketi basi tutapata miondoko mingine. Mgeni mheshimiwa, asante. Sitisha ngoma kidogo, sasa tumwalike mwenyekiti ili aweze kumtuza mgeni mkuu katika kwa siku ya leo. Asante sana mgeni maalum kwa kuweza kupamba sherehe ya leo. Thank you for gracing this occasion.
Thank you very much. Our chief guest, Daniel.
From you, and I pray that God will continue to enrich you, to empower your members to grow from one step to the other, so that they can minimize their future regrets. God bless you.
Umetoka diaspora, Kajiado, Narok, Kiambu, Thika, Nairobi, Mombasa na kule kwingine. Asante, we remain standing. Reverend Gashanja.
Thank you. We remain upstanding. We want to thank you, dear loving God, gracious Lord, and Almighty Lord, because of your working. When we came to this place, Almighty Lord, we surrendered into your hands. Almighty Lord, every undertaking that has already happened, King of glory, you are giving you all the glory. And Almighty Lord, we want to thank you for the board of management, King of glory, the chairman, the CEO, the chief guest, and every Almighty Lord that has come to this place. King of glory, even the honorable members, we want to commit them to your hands. And now, Jehovah God, as you dismiss us now, Lord, we are praying that, Lord, you are going to give us journey mercies. And, Lord, and Almighty Lord, that we commit our society, King of glory, for higher prosperity. And now, we rest everything into thy hands. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Let us add with the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, and the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and remains with you. Amen.
Amen, amen. We want to wish you well. Kesho ni siku pia, Johnny Masses. Tuonane siku nyingine. Mkutano umeisha, sasa tunaweza kufumukana. Lakini kwa wale ambao umetoka Narok, Kajiado, na Kiambu, na Thika, na Nairobi, na diaspora, you may remain behind, and we are going to use this tent here just next to where the CEO is. Wale wa diaspora basi mnaweza kujongea hapa karibu muweze kusemezana na CEO, msiondoke tafadhali. Wale members ambao ni wa kutoka diaspora tafadhali msiondoke. Tunajipumzisha hapa karibu. Wale ambao wametoka Narok, wale ambao wametoka Kajiado, Kiambu, Nairobi na kule kwingineko tafadhali tunaomba mkaribie muweze kusemezana na CEO.
Ona mwenye yake ameachwa mbele, wala watoto wake kuombaomba mikate barabarani. Mungu ni mwaminifu kwa ahadi zake wanadamu. Mungu ni mwaminifu kwa ahadi zake si kama wanadamu. Akiongea Yesu ameongea. Akikuahidia kitu Baba ameahidi na ujasiri. Atatenda kwa wakati wake yoyo.
Asante sana fundi wa mitambo. Wale wenzetu ambao umetoka diaspora, tumebadilisha mitambendi, tafadhali Johnny hapa jukwaa kuu. Come over to the main dais, that is where we are going to meet you. All those who are from the diaspora, kindly get seats at the main dais. That's where the CEO is gonna meet you. Kindly. Ndugu zetu kutoka diaspora, kindly. Wale wote ambao walikuwa wamekuja hapa kuwakilisha matawi tofauti tofauti nje ya gatuzi hili, Johnny hapa sasa kwenye jukwaa kuu. Hapo ndipo CEO atakaposemezana nanyi. Shukrani kubwa sana, tunanyenyekea. Mumetupamba vizuri sana. Thank you for remaining loyal. You have really supported Ollin and you have enabled this Sacco to grow. Thank you so very much for your support. Kindly, if you can hear me and you are a member of the diaspora, kindly come to the main dais. Kindly, if you don't belong to the diaspora people, let us create some space for them. Let us create some space for them. Right now, the AGM is over. We are creating space for members from the diaspora. Kindly, you make yourself comfortable. Kindly, we honor you so much. You are our esteemed ambassadors outside this country. We love it so much. Thank you so much for coming. Na iwapo kuna ndugu mmoja wa diaspora ambaye ameachwa nje, tafadhali tunaomba sasa aitwe, mkumbushe aje. Don't you go far, kindly. Don't you leave this venue. Don't you leave this crowd having not met the chairman and the CEO. Thank you for coming. We are happy. Mumetualika vizuri sana kule kwenu. Tumeweza sasa kutangamana na kutagusana vizuri sana. So we want to salute you and we want to say that much that we honor you. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you for allowing Ollin grow even outside this country. Thank you so very much. Indeed, if there is any member of the diaspora who is away or outside this podium, this main dais, kindly mwambie tunamuhitaji hapa. Natumai kwamba sote tumeweza kufika ili tuweze kumwalika the CEO ili aseme nasi. Turudi studio kidogo kwa burudani.
Acha